even though they look like they were mass-produced. But anyways, I'll take your word for it.
What? What
Uh,
mass? Okay, sure.
Mass-produced. You know.
Matt.
Hey, that
Do
chuckle
they have
deserves a
do,
discount.
do,
Ah,
do
yeah.
they
Roll
do they,
persuasion.
do they have
The goons have gathered once again for Chapter 7. Nakalmo, what are we doing?
Going to do a thrift shop.
I'm good to go. All right. So, everybody, welcome back to Goons Do D&D. Today, just to do a little recap, we have traversed the dusk going from Rudeville to Chozon-Cour. Our party has now entered the church. The church. Oh, wow. They have entered Chozon-Cour in the main gates. They have passed through customs, and now they are greeted by the visions of Chozon-Cour. As far as the eye can see, you guys can see only city from wall to wall. As you guys have entered customs, you can tell that in the area between you and the primary part of the city is a lush forest. These are presumably the areas of the farming and agriculture areas of the city, so they can supply food to it. And then about a mile or so past that, you can see all of the shops kind of peeking in the distance, as this is very level and flat land on these beaten path roads. You guys have now passed customs, and in doing so, they have directed your guys' wagon to be parked in the southern end of Chozon-Cour, where the markets are essentially set up for wandering traders and not permanent residents.
Can I do something real quick?
Sure, what's up?
I unkeister the bottle.
Yeah, okay.
What's in that bottle, fella?
You already know.
No, actually, I don't think he ever saw you pull it because he was doing his own bottle.
Oh, it's just
But-
vampire blood.
Wonderful.
Okay, so you guys take your wagon, past all of the agriculture and farm fields and the different little hospices that they have there, and you guys go to the southern end of Chozon-Cour. When you are first greeted with it, you guys get to the coordinator for the wagons, and he directs you to a spot very much in the back end of the trading route areas. So he's like, "Oi, you with you on the wagon?
Oi, fella, what you want?
Oi, you are gonna take your wagon to the back there, away
Right,
from the
okay,
main
so
line.
instead
This
of
is for
Southern
premium
Americans-
customers only."
This is British, mate.
Okay, but instead of Southern Americans, we have Southern Brits now.
Oi.
Got a problem with how I talk?
For the time being, Hillbase is going to use thaumaturgy to make himself sound British.
You can just pretend to have an accent.
I
That's
know.
fine.
I'm just saying, for the lore.
Okay, sure.
Oh, they're really letting anyone to shows on core these days.
The hell you mean by that, feller?
You have a designated spot. If you want to pay the premium to set up your wagon at the front, you can. But for now, you go to the back.
well
I'm going to roll
I
intimidation.
guess
You can't just roll intimidation.
No, okay, well, I mean, what you got to make. So you have to make. So how usually rolls work in these sort of situations?
Okay,
you
Hillbase
can't
is
just
going to
roll.
say something,
Wait,
and then
why
you can
don't you guys
decide.
do persuasion? Because you are a noble.
is tell them what you're gonna do.
I'm
and
gonna
then they'll
tell 'em
make-
what I'm
and then
gonna
they'll have you
say.
take a roll.
Yeah, I'll tell him what I say.
Yeah, you have to do that. You have to do that, and then I can determine if the roll is valid.
Why not just
Like-
persuade him? You are a noble.
Look, I'm working on it, dude. Let me say what I got to say. Sheesh.
Okay. Say we're gonna say that.
Oi, fella, we're new to this city. We just got off the road after a few days of travel through the dust. You gonna let us park in the fucking front, mate, or else?
Okay. Roll intimidation then, I guess. Or
This bastard doesn't know what's coming.
okay.
Hillbase is gonna grant himself guidance.
I try to help him out with that.
Do you have any like cantrips or anything that can help him with that? Anything?
Hillbase grants himself
cantrips?
guidance and uses thaumaturgy to make his eyes glow red.
Okay.
Lloyd, what are you helping?
Let's see. Actually, I was looking at it. I think the only thing I can do is minor illusion, but
What does minor illusion do?
it can make a pretty versatile visual or auditory effect. but it wasn't like a 5-foot cube.
Is that beneficial in this situation?
If you convince me
If
it
we
is.
get creative with, if we can get creative with it.
Zach convince us.
So you have to tell me what you're doing, and then I'll determine if it's convincing or not.
Oh, I want to use a minor illusion to make to make his words echo.
Oh, sheesh.
Okay. Yeah, sure. We'll just say you can roll with advantage on with the intimidation because he's
Bet.
helping you.
Bet.
But like just slightly and a little deeper than his.
Okay.
So it sounds like fucking Satan as hell.
All right. Got a 21.
Yeah, that does it. Fuck.
Does he shit his
Okay.
pants?
It's like, oh, okay, listen, okay, relax, okay? It sounds like you and I are from the same cloth, right? We're from the same place.
That's what I fucking thought, mate.
Listen. There aren't spots for the front today. We can't just clear somebody out. They did pay the fee. But
Did you
I do
not
have a
hear me?
spot.
You
Listen-
blimey
listen.
bastard.
listen, respectfully, sir. I have a spot closer, not in the back where we put the rabble.
That's what I
But-
thought, mate.
You won't be by the gypsies. You won't be by anybody. You'll just be in the center, right?
Ah.
Center square. I cannot put you on the front end though. I can't. My hands are tied.
Well,
Cannot.
if there's someone I could talk to whose hands aren't tied, I'm gonna carry the shit out of this place, mate.
I'm the coordinator. I'm the only one on shift today. I can't. It's either the middle spot or I can't do anything.
Boy, Blazer, are you hearing this load of shit?
Hillbill, just chill out and let's take the center spot.
You tell me to chill out, mate.
Yes, I am.
Give me some of your
Trust
fucking
me.
weed, then I might.
Look, trust me.
What are you?
I've
Wait, what are you
lived here.
selling?
I just said some grass, fella. Don't worry.
Why did your voice change?
The spell ran out.
Yeah. Wait, are we not from the same?
No, Hillbillies didn't say the spell ran out.
Yeah, I know.
Just tell the spell ran out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just trust me, Hillbill. Trust me on this one.
Azir says, "I have a plan," and he just leaves.
Okay, not only do I not like that, but why did he just leave?
That's the plan.
Young man, where you going?
This is my plan.
Look, fella,
Okay.
We're not.
I'm gonna be straight down with you. We got some retards here. Get us close.
This is the
Like,
closest I
We
can
need
do.
some handicap parking, because you see what we're working with here?
This sir, I'm telling you.
Could we park
Guilds
near the
that
church?
work in this area, you can only park in this location. You can advertise wherever you want. There's no limitations on that. The tent location is all this affects. The middle ground is suitable for anyone's needs. The premium locations just happen to be reserved already.
Okay, well, I'll take what I can get. So,
It's your wagon, friend.
Okay.
What's the
So,
traveling distance anyway from the middle of the town compared to going to the gate?
Probably about
There's probably no difference. I don't
Point.
know.
probably.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna really have to worry about it too much, but it's about 20 or 30.
No, I'm just having fun with the interaction.
So, you guys pull into this circle area, right? It is not quite on the highway, but there are still paved paths that lead back there, and you can see where the paved path kind of cuts off and it turns into dirt roads. And you can kind of assume that these areas back there are where the carts were for the rabble, essentially, as he had put it, are set up. You kind of find your way into a slot that he says had it was like row 2, section 3. You guys have set down, and it has a setup that you can put up a tent, or if you guys have a stall built into the wagon, or you can just park the wagon there. You guys can see as you are passing by a couple of random shops. They are still what he would call "quote unquote" gypsies, people selling witchcraft stones, special "quote unquote" rocks, and some people selling items that usually you wouldn't find in the cities as you have been passing by. So it's different silks. However, no one really seems to have like a shop set up. They are definitely just vendors. Or unless you guys went to a Renaissance fair and this is what you guys are seeing as you're passing by these wagons.
Live in the Renaissance.
So we're in the town,
Yes.
surrounded by rabble.
You guys are kind of in the middle area, so these are definitely spots that you should have had to pay for, but you're kind of intimidated the fuck out of them.
Oh. Oh, if they want to be intimidated, we can make it happen.
Hey, Hillbill.
Yeah,
Try
fella.
not to draw too much attention to ourselves while we're here.
I can gather a crowd like no one's business. Don't tell me what to not do.
Don't do that.
You trying to be sneaky?
Look, I have a history at this place.
All right, all
Trust
right.
me on this.
Oh yeah, I'll keep my voice down. I'll keep my voice down.
Okay,
Well,
I'm gonna roll. Or have you guys set up shop yet, or you guys want to do some other
Yes,
stuff before
I'm
you?
I'm gonna go ahead and set up shop. Now that I don't have an employee anymore to do that for me.
Yeah, so I was gonna bring that to your attention. You can advertise that you are trying to hire a cart hand. I will roll like what they will be, and you can say what kind of skill sets you want them to have. So if you want them to be a particular class, everything except Druid will pretty much be available to you. But you'll also have to interview and negotiate with them your roles, right? So like what they can do.
hey Lloyd, I see you're setting up shop.
Yeah, you want to help with that?
I might be able to get some assistance there, fella. But I got a few questions to ask about what you're looking for in a employee. I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about something else.
Hmm.
It's likely going to be a cheaper fee than finding another person.
What do you mean?
Let's step over here for a moment. I'm just going to send you some
Okay,
DMs. I'll just send you some DMs. You guys can continue while we're talking.
Okay, so Blazahar, Lloyd, and wait a minute. Okay, yeah. So Blazahar and Azir, you guys have now separated. We're gonna go. I'm just gonna roll, and we're gonna go to Azir. Azir, what are you up to?
I'm trying to look for a place that would buy parts of vampires.
Okay, so as you're walking around the give me a perception check as you're walking around the different wagons.
Um, Perception check. Where
Yep.
are my dice? We're gonna use the resin dice.
Wonderful.
Let's see. 13.
13. Perfect. Okay. So it takes you a while. It takes you about like an hour or so. But you go through a bunch of different tents and you do find a particular gypsy tent, right? As you were seeing, you're kind of walking by a bunch of jars and just bits of what appear to be monster parts, but you can't really quite tell because of the goo that they're being suspended in. But they are just sort of hanging from the ceilings, the rafters, by strings and ropes, and also on different shelves of a bunch of different elaborate jars. And they are just being labeled by different parts of different animals. You see, quote unquote, Hydra tongue, werewolf like fingers.
Do they look real, or
I, with that perception, I don't know.
can I like look closer at all the parts, or
I mean, you rolled a 13, but
yeah, no, to find the place?
yeah, you found yeah, that was it.
Okay.
That was so.
Um,
As you are like looking through the place, you see a very scraggly, sort of blonde and white haired lady chilling at the counter, sort of fiddling with something. It looks like she's trying to seal another jar here.
roll perception on her hands.
Perception on her hands.
Yes,
Okay.
17.
Okay. So her hands are kind of dirty, but at the same time well kept. They're not like super calloused. She's not like a hard work. She's not like she doesn't do labor for work.
Oh,
But she's
nice
been
are
busy
they?
working on like the shop here that she's attending.
So like, they're like mid.
Sure.
Okay, she's not sus. So I say, good afternoon, ma'am.
Oh, hi. How you doing today?
I'm alright.
Welcome.
Oh, hello.
My name is
Sorry.
Anya. What can I do for you?
Hello, Anya. I was just wondering, are these is the goo in these jars for preserving parts?
Yes. So we use a saline solution in order to try and take any of the parts that we've acquired, and that generally just sort of embalms it. and
Do
it
you
keeps it useful longer.
would you sell this saline at all?
The the fluid itself?
Yeah, I have parts that I also like to
Um,
preserve.
yeah, sure. I get it from an alchemist here in the city. But yeah, I could definitely work something out with you. What are you trying to preserve?
I pull out the hand.
Oh, wait. So she's going to roll, and she has a +3 to that. So, oh. So she takes. Can I see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So she takes the hand from you, and she looks at it. You see, like she runs her hands all the way up to the fingernail, and like flicks it a little bit, and she like smells it. She puts it back to you. That's Fey? Is it not?
Fiend, yeah.
Fiend. So dark energies. Okay. Don't tell me. It's not elvish. No.
No, it's not Fey, it's fiend. It's demonic.
I could have sworn. So just for I guess Azir thinks that it is, but it is Fey. It is a night hag, and that is Fey.
Wait, that is Fey? Okay, sorry,
Yeah,
never
that
mind. I
is
thought
Fey.
never mind. Yeah. It's okay. I completely erased that. That's what I'm like, I thought it was
That
fiend.
wasn't Azir being wrong. That was Peyton being wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I swore that night hags were fiend.
Nope, they are
Yeah,
Fey. They're Fey
medium-
entities.
Medium fiend. I literally just looked it up.
Yeah, but it says they're from they're from the other side. They're not a demon.
What?
Yep.
But-
So anyway. Okay. So you want to preserve this then? What are you planning on doing with it?
It just kind of aids me in my journey.
How does it? How?
Just long story. Anyway, I'm also here to see if I can like interest you in some of my wares.
Sure. What do you have to sell?
I pull out the vampire draw, the 2.
She takes that. She kind of cups it under her hand, inspects it, takes a little like pick to it, and like kind of stabs into one of the teeth and sort of digs, pulls that out. You just did this. You just killed this.
Yes.
I'll offer you 15 for it.
For both?
Hmm?
Like
For the
for
hand?
both? No, not the
I'll take it.
hand. Not the hand.
What?
The
Blood?
the. Oh no, I don't
The
show his blood.
jaws.
No.
Yeah.
The jaws.
Okay.
I had 2 jaws.
Jaws. Oh,
Yeah,
you have
those
two
was,
jaws.
yeah, am I right?
Yeah, 15. Yeah, 15 for the both.
For the both. I thought you were saying 15. Well, you're offering. She was offering you 15. I thought you meant each.
No, for the both.
What?
That's the offer.
I wasn't gonna do anything though. Sure. So
Done
you
deal.
thought I won it first. I should have said 15. I'm like, oh, I have a second one.
Done deal. Okay. Roll a perception check.
16.
Okay. So in the rest of the room, as you guys have you've been like talking around, you can see a couple of random knickknacks that don't really fit the whole monster and body parts side. It's kind of off to the side in the corner, but it's sort of just labeled as magic, or it's like magic in quotes pieces. And you can see on this set of counters, it is a set of like clay shards in a sort of like in a bowl, and then a couple of other broken items such as like pieces like gems from staves and uh, other magic trinkets like amulets and things like that. Those are just the rest. That's just what's the rest of the shop that you've
So
now noticed as you've been at the front desk.
what are these?
Different magical wares, things that you can get from the guards that they've picked off adventurers and things. I have a deal with them. But it just helps pull in a little bit more. Don't really know what they do though.
Can I roll Arcana?
You can roll, yeah, you can roll Arcana.
That's a 5. Never mind.
Yeah,
I don't really know
sorry,
what they do.
but nothing. You don't really know what anything here does.
Nothing really strikes to mind. Uh, So is there anything? Is that really that's all that's here?
Pretty much, it's just monster parts and stuff. Otherwise, you just have to like ask and see if there is something there.
I need to write down exactly what I have in my inventory. I swore I've cut up more stuff for monsters. I know I have like.
Anyway, is there anything else you want to check out with her, or?
Actually, yeah, the like goop.
Oh, sure. I can sell it to you for, let's say, 1 jar would cost about 3 gold.
Oh, okay, yes, that's fine.
Okay, so how many do you want?
2. I just like
2?
bloop the hand into like this
So,
this
minus
jar.
6 gold, and it's going to just throw it. You're going to throw it into your jar. So now you have a hand that is preserved.
Yes.
Wonderful.
I
Okay.
feel like I don't know. I just think it's gonna come in handy one day.
Okay.
Get it?
Hate it. Anyway, Costa, we're going to go to you.
So Blades of Horror is gonna go find the coordinator to ask him a few questions.
Coordinator, as in the guy that you guys were talking about the wagon with.
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
What's his name?
We never said a name, but his name is Brom.
Okay. Actually, if we haven't said a name, then Blades of Horror won't know the name.
Yep.
Hey, coordinator.
Oh, the Dragonborn who was with the others. What can I
Yes.
do for you? What do you need?
I have a question for you. Have you ever been to the upper levels of the city?
You mean middle or upper level? Which one?
The
College?
academy in particular.
The college is the top level. Anyone who's here would know that. Simply,
Okay.
what I mean, I've been there on legal business, and that pretty much alone. What? Why?
Hmm. Do you know who the current Grandmaster of the Academy is?
Director Balin.
Direct debate.
This would have been. This is a newer Grandmaster that's happened within the last 2 years.
Okay, would you happen to have any idea about the previous Grandmaster?
Director Marquine.
Yes.
Well, Marquine is still attending the academy, but he decided he wanted to. I believe the news was he wanted to take a step back from his duties and focus in on a research that he had been working on with a group of other like-minded warlocks. But other than that, nothing is really made public from then.
So he's still residing up in the academy?
He's still there, as far as as far as I know, it's a college. Why would I know the inner workings of a college?
Understandable. Thank you
my
for your
job is
time.
to point wagons. Okay. Anything else you wanted to check out here with the coordinator?
No. That
Okay.
would be all.
We're gonna cut back to Lloyd and Hillbill Basin.
Okay. Hillbill Bays and Lloyd are still having a little powwow. But Hillbill Bays says, "Hold that note. I'll be right back." And then Hillbill Bays is going to go to the nearest clothing vendor.
Okay. It's definitely gonna be one of the ones that are in the front end. If you what are you looking for specifically?
Mask and a trench coat.
Mask and a trench
A
coat.
cloak.
Okay. So it'd be 2 separate vendors. One of them is specifically a mask vendor, and one of them is going to be a cloak kind of guy. He's just going to have, if you want a trench coat or a cloak or like a rain cloak, what are you looking for?
Trench coat.
Probably something covering and with a hood.
Yes.
And covering with a hood. Okay.
Can we get a hooded trench coat? Probably just a cloak. A cloak's probably best.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Which shop am I at first? The mask shop? Or go to the mask shop
go
first.
ahead. Sure. What are you looking for in the mask?
Hey fella, I'm looking for a mask that makes you look like a friendly, happy person, like a smiley face. You got any of those?
You mean like the masquerade type?
No. I need full face coverage, but I want it to make it look like whoever's behind the mask is having a good time, like they're smiling, like the mask is smiling.
Like the masquerade. Like that's quite literally what those are.
The
Messing
whole
them.
face, like Phantom of the Opera
yes,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
that's
The
we are on
second
the
only
same
half
page,
the
sir.
face.
All right. Well, what do you got?
So he pulls out a couple of masks. Each of them are Blanche white, but they have like the upturned eyes and the upturned smiles. Some of them have just grins on one side of the face. Some of them like a cheeky grin. Some of them have like the guttural laughter, open mouth, with like red circles around the eyes. One of them is quite literally just a saw mask.
Um,
Another one looks like a little kid's thing. It looks kind of like a dragon, like a smiling dragon, happy, and you could almost put it on like a kid's cartoon thing, and you'd believe it. But otherwise, yeah, you have like the white masquerades. A couple of them look like the purge mask, but they're smiling, but with the X'd out eyes.
you got quite the spread here, fella.
All of it is handmade. All of it.
I'll take your word for it, even though they look like they were mass produced. But anyways, I'll take your word for it.
What mask?
Mass
Okay,
produced.
Matt.
Hey, that chuckle
they
deserves a
have-
discount.
Do they,
Roll
do
persuasion.
they have,
Roll
do they have one
persuasion.
that looks like the V from
Roll
Vendetta
persuasion.
mask?
That's how D&D works, bro. Roll persuasion.
Do they have one that looks like the V for Vendetta mask?
That's an
Yeah,
18
that
for
does-
persuasion.
18? Okay,
Yeah.
that passes. Yeah. I can offer you 25 off. If you don't mind me maybe using that one later for
Go for it, fella. It's all yours. But I'll take this
Thank you.
one that's got the smile and the happy eyes. I'll take that one off your hands.
You got yourself a deal. That'll be 7.
All right, here you go, feller.
Thank you, sir. Oh, now you can add a little smiling wood mask.
Okay.
We'll say the cloak is pretty much just a bunch of it is mass produced type shit. So if you want to just go by and get the cloak, it'll be like another 5.
All right, so 12 total.
Yep.
144 and a cloak. The cloak has a hood, right?
Yeah.
All right, bet. Happy with his purchase. Hibblebaze is going to head back to the wagon and wait for Lloyd to return.
Okay, and Lloyd, what are you up to?
And what Lloyd was gonna do is it'd probably have to be in the upper, the preferred customer spot area. He's going to look for someone selling like maybe some like minor magical items. Maybe something with the cantrip type illusions attached to them.
Okay, so you want to go ahead and roll perception? Wait, with the what cantrips? What?
Something that could allow someone to cast either something like minor illusion or thaumaturgy.
I see. Okay.
Let's see. So perception
Mhm.
is a wisdom thing. That's gonna be a 14.
14? Okay. That's good enough for you to know. You've gone through even the back end tents, the middle, and the front. No one seems to be selling anything that is a magical item that you could possibly make to use things like cantrips. So multiple use type items, right? Now, you do have a couple of guards who have been there since you've been around. You've noticed a couple of other quote unquote magic items from some of the front vendors. Some of these people are selling like swords, staves, mostly combat oriented things. And a lot of them are claiming priest ordained silvered weapons, magical armaments, firearms, things like that. But no one seems to be selling anything that is for practical uses, day to day type stuff here in these tents. But you do still have things like those.
Mhm.
I should mention
Alright.
this.
The
tents-
in that case,
The tents
Um,
are the only shop vendors who are temporary ones. The northern side does have other shop vendors.
Hmm.
The northern side has other shops. The southern side has just the
okay.
wagons and stuff. Caravans.
Okay, so more permanent vendors probably have something that's gonna be less adventuring and combat oriented. So we'll probably have to trek up there. But for now, is there anything over here that's selling something akin to like a whiteboard,
A whiteboard?
or like a blackboard and chalk type of thing, so you can like write things down and make.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could pick something up like that.
Okay.
Just minus like 5 gold. There would be somebody who would have something like chalk in order for magical enchant. You go to like a little wizard's tent. This guy's got a bunch of like chalkboards and chalk and different various ritual type items here. In his tent, he's kind of in the back of the pack. But yeah, you could like subtract 5 for chalk and a board.
Gotcha. We'll have to look around up that next time.
Okay.
So I get back with the board and the chalk and all that.
Okay. So as you get back, you kind of notice that one of your neighbors and one of the neighbors of your tents are kind of having a little bit of a brawl, right? They're kind of arguing and trying to like haggling over the price. They're throwing their arms up in crazy amounts, and the guy's like, "No, I have set price for what these players are worth. You cannot just come in and say that they are worth something else. If you want to pick another item, you can go to another tent then." And he's throwing his arms like, well, here, you understand? I will throw. It's like, you know what? How about this? I get the guards here. There's fair pricing regiments. Get the guards then. No one cares. They're basically just getting really violent. And you start to see the guy and that he's yelling and arguing with start to pull a knife out.
Hillbase is going to choose to ignore it because he's busy.
Okay.
Is it just Lloyd who's over there?
It's Lloyd and Hillville base. If you want,
Okay.
you didn't go very far away for this, did you? So yeah, you could see it too.
No, I'm just between our wagon and the coordinator.
I guess Lloyd. I guess Lloyd will interject and says like, "Hey, calm down, friend. Surely a crime scene would be bad for business for everybody here. Can we settle this with your words?"
I was like, who are you? What? You a friend of his? You
No,
understand
no,
the pricing he's putting on here?
No, I'm just a concerned neighbor. I'm running the car right next to here, right next to this one. It's I don't know how criminal his prices are, but doing anything that would incite an actual crime scene might make everyone might strain business here for everybody. So
Roll persuasion
if you could, as I say, if you could at least take it elsewhere
with advantage.
with advantage, okay.
Yeah, with advantage.
Both my rolls are dog shit. Okay.
Oh, no.
But I do have a good first roll of plus persuasion. So the higher of the two on die was a 6, but charisma and proficiency brings it up to 13.
Okay, that just passes, actually. Okay, so he's about to pull the knife out, right? It's a little jagged dirk that he has in his back pocket. And right before he's about to, he kind of eyes and clocks the guards around him, and they've sort of caught wind of what y'all are doing. And he's like, I'll take my business elsewhere. You've lost a customer, sir. Fine, go, leave, go on. Jeez. Sir, thank you. Thank so much. Can I help? Like, you didn't have to step in. In fact, I was almost expecting no help at all. And you came in and you helped. You're like family for Vito. What can I do for you? How can I repay you?
You really just didn't want the guards stopping up traffic through here.
Well, if there is anything I can do for you, call Vito. I will help.
All right, I'll keep that in
I
mind.
appreciate this. So, you guys kind of go back to what your little situation was doing, or like that little situation, and now.
Yeah, Hillbase and Lloyd are just going to step behind the cart for a few minutes while the other two are out shopping.
Can I try and just? It'll be like, oh wait, I forgot I had this.
Sure. What's up? You go back to the tent.
Yeah, I was like,
Sure.
I have this this heart.
Heart. You need another solution for that, or what do you need?
No, something. I was wondering if you're interested in.
Oh, she kind of just takes a little bit. She got to roll. I'll give you I don't know what I do with this. This is. I
Okay,
mean,
hard.
it's someone might want it, I guess. I'll give you 3
Range.
for it.
No,
Unfortunately,
well,
the autonomy is very similar to human, and there isn't. I can't really think of a regent that my buyers would be looking for that would require something like this. So, unfortunately, I don't have much for you.
imagine people will be more into hearts than jaws.
No, you beat. Well, where do you think people get turned by?
Turned by
Vampires.
oh ah
The jaws are magic, and technically,
well, I thought that was turned by the blood.
yes, but there's religious things where people believe they consume things of a vampire, make it into stews, or there's a lot of weird stuff. But the jaws are definitely more valuable, personally.
I really wish I could just be like, we know what turns people into vampires and pull out the blood.
But yeah,
I'd be like,
I'll offer you 3.
all right. I don't really know what to do with this one. But
Okay.
do people often come in actually selling the blood of the creatures?
And she gets like this little dark look in her face. What have you got?
Let's go to the back room.
So
Probably go to
she
the back.
opens up the back of the tent, right? And it's like there's another room there, but it's a lot of prep stuff, like sealed chests and storage and crates. What do you got?
I pull it out of the bag and I pull out the vampire blood.
And she takes a second and looks at it. Is this
Might smell
the
a little
same
bit.
one that you killed the other day, I'm assuming?
Yes.
She kind of just contemplates here for a second. I'm only going to ask this simply. Roll persuasion here first.
16.
Yeah, that passes. So, how'd you sneak it in? How'd you get it through customs? Do you have more?
None available to me at the time.
But do you have a supplier, or is it from you?
It's from me.
Look, I'll take it off your hands
Yeah.
for 12.
For 12.
12 gold.
Say this is more valuable than the
It is also
jaws.
very illegal to have in the city limits without a license.
License, you said. All right.
I don't think you have a hazardous substance license now, do you?
Suppose I don't.
Simple.
What
I'll hold on to this for you. If I sell it, I will help you with the difference. If not, I'll hold on to it regardless. Consider it a safety fee.
fair enough.
And you know what? I'll even let you choose something from the little magic item shelf as a collateral trade. These
Deal.
things you can hold on to, and these won't hurt you.
I say deal.
Done deal. So she hands you over 12 gold, and then you go over to the little magical, like,
Yeah.
broken items thing. Okay. So what you got
I,
is,
I love how I did not tell her how I got into customs.
yeah, you just kind of glanced over that.
Just kind of avoided
It's like, why is this smell? What the
Use your
brown
phone.
tainted bottle?
It's not
So-
really brown. I keep it quite clean.
What do you fucking scrub your asshole?
I haven't shit this entire journey.
Jesus Christ.
So you're backed up.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
You're
geez,
constipated. So you look
Because I'm
over.
forked.
So you look over to the little shelves, and they have about like 3 or 4 items.
No, it's like the cork is still on my ass.
Jesus. So you have the bowl filled with shattered clay parts, and then you have a broken scepter like piece. You have a couple of little assorted. They're not gems. They're like quartz rocks pieces. And then you have like a broken no, actually we're just gonna say it's those 3. Those are basically what are there that you kind of like catch your eye.
Broken substance bottle, you said, or
So you have the shattered jar pieces,
Right.
a scepter that is like shattered and dimmed, and then a broken and like a bunch of like assorted quartz pieces.
Quartz.
Yes.
These are all magical.
Suppose they had magical properties at one point, but you can't really make eyes or ears of what they do.
The scepter seems the most magical thing, so I guess I'll take the scepter.
Take the scepter.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So you can add like the broken scepter piece to your inventory.
Cool.
Okay. So now, all right. So do you leave there?
Do we still have the zombie blood vials or no?
Technically, he'll build Basewood.
Oh. They didn't really
No,
inspect that through
we
customs.
gave that to Dan's.
Yep. Okay. Never mind then.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I poured
So-
one of them in a beer barrel.
Hey, calm down, Cost.
That Jeffrey had to interrupt.
So you guys take your now. Do you head back to the cart?
Yeah, I see.
Awesome. So what did you guys decide what you were gonna do with that hood and mask, or what were you
Yeah.
planning on?
As they approach the cart, they see a third person there.
Okay. What is this third person? What are they?
Hey, fellas, look who we found.
Is that a new
They're
assistant?
wearing the mask and the cloak.
Is this a new assistant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we know who they
Name's
are?
Dave.
He doesn't talk much. He's mute, but he sold us. He has to talk through this chalkboard. But Dave, introduce yourself.
So
He's in mute.
Dave. Okay.
What happened while I was gone?
Wait. Hold on. DM me. What is this?
It's a assistant. He just
Yeah.
doesn't
DM
talk.
me.
I feel like you wanted a guy who purposely could not talk.
You have to DM. You kind of have to DM me on this.
As yours just like, I feel like you
What's-
guys wanted a guy who couldn't talk, but I'm not really gonna dig too
It's
into it.
Dave.
I understand that.
Zach or Chase? What is this?
Yeah,
We kind of do some weird shit, so a guy who doesn't talk is kind of good. Are you an artist, Dave?
He scribbles no.
Oh. Oh.
like- I like poke him to see if he's an illusion. Guessing he's
That's
not.
just rude, Azir.
I mean, it's that weird.
Obviously, he's there.
I mean, that's the whole point of an illusion is that you might not know if it's there or not. Like, I guess.
You can't just go around poking people.
I don't care.
You're gonna get your finger chopped off doing that.
Dave waves. He writes on his little chalkboard saying, "Hi, my name is Dave."
His last name is Graves.
Okay, yeah. So Dave Graves takes a look at you guys, and he starts writing on his chalkboard. It's like, "Pleasure to meet your meet your acquaintance. I unfortunately can't speak due to an accident I had years ago. So I will be attending the cart." And he just starts yeah, so he just starts setting up. Like, he just starts setting up the wagon and he's getting across. Zach, because Dave can't talk, when we go to do your rolls, you'll roll, and if he's the one controlling the cart, he will roll with disadvantage. Oh. I see. Okay. Well, you don't have that yet, so you can't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So, it is now starting to become night. You guys have pretty much gotten the cart set up. You haven't, Zach, I'm going to have you choose an allotted amount of money, and you're going to, essentially, this is just going to work as like a gambling thing for you, right? Since you've been attending the cart all day, you'll roll it with advantage because of your warlock and abilities and stuff. So we're going to have you guys decide. You guys can gamble right now. to see if you guys make money on these on these ventures.
Okay. Well, at least the amount of money that I've put into this has been kind of predetermined. I thought it was a buy supplies when last time. So I had like 200 gold into that.
200.
Yeah.
So for every 50, I'm going to have you roll, and you need to. So I'll just let you know what the rolls are. So give me. Do you guys have any money in this?
I'll put 30 in.
30. Okay.
You guys are on your own.
Okay. You guys don't put money in.
So
Peyton, do you
I'll
put
go
money
do
in
it.
Into what?
into his wagon to like try and make money and sell things with his caravan?
Sure.
Okay.
Put like 20 gold in.
Okay. So you guys are 50. Hillbill Bays and you are 50. So you guys are just going to roll. If you guys don't pass the roll, it just means you guys don't make any money. But the next time you guys roll, and if it fails, you guys will lose, let's say half of whatever you put in. Right. So you have twice to succeed, but only one. So you have 2 times to succeed, but only one. No, 2 times to fail, but only 1 to succeed. If that makes sense.
What do we have to roll?
It'll be Zach rolling. So
Oh,
he gets
okay.
advantage.
I just rolled a
So for
natural
his
20.
Yeah, so for his 4, he is going to go ahead and roll.
You said 20.
You're going to roll 5 times and tell me what the rolls are. Did we just do this later? Did he like die? Zach?
I guess. Zach.
Okay, so it's nighttime. You guys are going through the. You guys are basically starting to pack up. Now the guards come over to you guys, or the curator and like the coordinator. He comes over to you guys and says, "Oi, y'all can't sleep
Oi.
here. You need to find lodgings for the night. If you
Yeah,
guys don't
parking
have a
spot.
proper sleeping setup, we don't allow people to sleep without roofs over their heads."
What then? Wait. What about the homeless situation?
What homeless situation?
Is no one homeless here?
No.
I've got it figured out.
What?
Wait, where did Zach go?
We have worker lodges. If you can't afford proper housing, you're put into a worker lodge. But no one sleeps on the streets. No one.
Where's the nearest tavern?
Tavern?
Yeah.
Well, what do you want? What are you willing to afford?
I don't know. Just one with a
Most of
room.
them are going to be on the northern side.
Okay.
All right.
We should get a roof on top of Zach's caravan to call it a roof overhead.
Yeah, I mean technically that would work, but you don't have one right now. Weird city laws. So, you guys make your way to the northern side.
Okay. Wait. I think I have a tent. So technically. Oh wait, no, we don't.
Okay.
Northern side.
Mhm.
Northwest.
Technically,
So
northeast.
what? Did we find like just a portable tavern?
You guys just found a tavern and an inn, and they are just negotiating on pricing. It's like, how long is your stay?
How long are we planning on staying here, guys? We gotta investigate Black Flag, and then we need to have enough days to make profit with Lloyd, and then
I have some personal business to attend to.
how long do you think that'll take? Should we say 3 days?
If you
Should we
have
say
an
3 days?
indefinite amount of time, I can charge you for that. That's fine.
That's
Every day, we'll just send you the bill.
Yeah, just put on a tab.
It won't be a tab. It'll be paid day by day.
Daily tab, cool.
Does this kid not know what a tab is?
He's pretty young. He has no idea.
Wonderful. You, Dragonborn. Okay. You're speaking for the group then?
Either me or the dwarf here.
Well-
Howdy, fella.
You're a dwarf?
I know.
Hello.
How big is Hellboy Base's beard?
Gargantuan.
Go,
I don't think
Cash.
he has one.
More.
Hold on.
Wait, what?
You're
A dwarf
clean
has to have a
shaved?
beard.
Hold on.
No,
I
a
gotta check Hero
dwarf
Forge.
needs a beard.
Dog, if you're
I think
clean
he has
shaved
it.
and you're a dwarf, holy shit! No wonder no one
Yeah,
can tell you're a
dude.
dwarf.
Hold on.
Dude, that'd be perfect.
Let me check.
Sorry for the disappearance there.
No, that's okay. Roll
Yeah,
roll 5d20s real quick.
Okay.
The last one will
rolled
be
the first. I rolled the first one right before I left.
okay.
Am I monitoring or is it just luck?
It's just luck.
Okay. First one's a 15.
With advantage. With advantage. Okay, 15 passes, so you're going to get let's say 12 gold on that.
Second one is 17.
Passes as well, another 12.
The third is 16.
Another 12.
The fourth, both 10s. Okay.
Both 10s does not pass. So, Costa and you can decide if you want to split your profits with them so that they continue to keep their money in, but they can pull their money out at any time that they want. But you didn't pass once. So technically twice because it was theirs, but you can choose to give them the profit. So mark 2 failures. If you get another set of failures next time, you will lose half the money that is in.
Oh,
Right.
okay. So I said both 10s because you said rolling with advantage. So the fourth one was 10.
Oh, fourth or both.
Then-
Okay, so that's one fail then. That's just one fail. So roll
Right.
out one more time. This will be their money.
The fifth one was actually worse. It's a 4.
The 4. Okay, so that's one fail. If you get a 1, you'll just straight up lose it. But if you get a anything essentially 15 and higher, will make it so you make money.
These odds
Which
are
is-
horrible.
Yeah, I mean he's on the vendor spot, but he rolls an advantage when he's working with it.
Okay.
That's
so
why I
three
give
fa-
technically if
So
you
I-
fail twice, you lose money. But he just made 36.
All right. So I had 3 successes and 2 failures.
So one more failure for each means that you'll lose half the money in that. So you'll lose 25 total on that one fail. Right?
Mhm.
Yep. So now,
So
okay,
and so in total, like how much money should I get back now?
you
What should
made
I have?
you made a net of 36 today.
Okay, so I should now have like 236 GP then.
Yes.
Or I
You can
only
decide
sold.
to pay. You can decide to pay back Azir and Hillville Bays right now, or you can do it later. So if you want to give them a cut of that money because their money was used. So
Oh, okay.
Hillville with 30, and then Azir with 20.
Oh, okay. I say I will give them both their money back with 5 GP interest.
Oh.
That sounds fair, Joe. I guess so. I get them their money back plus 5 GP each.
So 35.
Hmm.
So you're gonna give Chase 35, or how much are you gonna give him?
I would say 35.
Okay, because then
Is it
you're
like-
at
so he gave me 30. Wait, so
you were
say
at
my
250. Hold on. Okay, let me re-explain this. You had 200 into your cart.
right. So
They
I had
gave
200 worth of product.
They gave you
Eight.
in total 50.
Okay.
So if you give all of them their money back, then you're at a loss today.
How much gold do we make?
Okay, so I didn't sell all my stuff then.
No.
Basically. Okay, so I've made 36 GP.
How much did we all make?
So I will give either both of them 5 GP.
Mm-hmm.
We put 20 in and get 5 back.
Yeah. Or later. He just made a short-term gain right now. Okay. So, now you guys have bought the inn. This is going to be in the northern side of it. So these are going to every day you are basically that you're staying at this inn. It is going to cost you 8 gold, but that includes meals, right? So, actually, say 10. It's going to cost 10 every day. This includes food and also lodging, so you can store stuff here if you need to, and it will be considered it's safe. But you guys can go ahead and long rest as it gets to the morning. And if we could, I want to just put a quick pause on this.
Yeah, I'll pause it.
All right. Wonderful.
Yeah, I didn't pause it.
Sweet.
Well, if we get to the long rest, that means we get to.
I find it funny because we
Yeah,
always have like fucked
well-
up conversations while he's gone.
Yeah.
Why would we ever? It's like he'll like come back and listen to all the recordings of all the stupid shit we've talked about.
Mhm. That's the point.
Yeah. I didn't know what to do with vampire blood. I was gonna sell it anyway, but I didn't expect it that quickly.
Hobo
feel like
Base
I
has
should just-
plans for it.
What is he gonna turn someone into a vampire?
No.
Just drinks it.
Nah. He's gonna try to. He's on a search for eternal youth, so he's gonna try to see if he can make some medicine out of it.
Oh, are you an alchemist?
I have proficiency in medicine. I have +6 to medicine.
So Hillabase wants to live forever.
Currently, he's just looking to live longer, not forever.
He doesn't feel like his time is near.
He's already lived long enough.
Looked
Not
up.
really. Dude, elves live for like 800 years for no reason. We
They're
find an elf,
elves.
look him up. This elf. It's like, I'm only 400. Well, you live long enough. I think, when do elves fully mature?
I don't know.
About 100 years old.
100.
Really?
Yep. 100.
That's a
They
long time.
Well,
their
that's when
their
they're
physical maturity is
well,
is
okay,
is
so
humans.
yeah, that's when they're considered like proper adults is 100.
But their
But
physical maturity
guarantee,
is same as
but like,
human.
yeah,
Yeah, but mental maturity is 100 years. So they're it's like they hit like 60 years old. Why are you such a teenager mentally? Jeez, elves have to wait forever for their kids to move out.
Sheesh.
It's like, can't wait to fucking take care of this guy for 100 years.
Bucky boy, what are you doing? Mr. Smoochum. Guys hear my cat screaming?
Cannot.
You had to have heard that one.
I heard that one.
Hi, Mr. Smoochum. Oh my god. Kitty cat. Why are you screaming at me? Meow.
Yo, that cat wants some attention.
You still hear him?
Yes.
He's so loud.
I actually don't know where my cat is right now. She's just chilling on my bed. Cool. She's just laying down, taking a nap on my bed. Azir, put the child down.
What child?
Wow, Peyton, that went like so far over your head.
What?
No, what child?
Oh my. For reference, Michael, when you left, we made a joke about how we always start talking about random crap when you're not there. And we didn't actually do that this time. So
Okay,
as
well, that
soon
was
as you
just
came
left
back, I came up with something on the fly, and Peyton just, like a freaking deer in headlights, was like, huh?
I wouldn't have expected him
No, I
to
know what you're
understand
doing. I just
that.
I didn't feel like playing along.
Yeah, sure, Peyton.
Whatever.
Sure.
Whatever makes you sleep at night.
This is not a child. It's a baby.
Can you hear me? I just switched
Yeah, I
over
can
to
hear
my
you.
headset mic. Okay, I'm just making sure.
Is it morning time?
Yes, so you guys have now been able to long rest after kind of exploring the city for the day, and you guys are now back at the well, you guys are at the inn. You guys have just finished your breakfast. and we're back out in the city.
Apple cider time.
So, what would you all like to do?
Head to the Slayer Guild.
Okay.
See if we can make some money.
So, after a little bit of bumbling around through the city, you guys have kind of come up to the most northern part of the city now. It is kind of in the crevice of the mountain and the wall, and it is reaching up as a part Brutalisk tower and sort of domed structure that you're approaching with two other like guard parapets and a courtyard separated that is actually well flourished, I guess, in terms of like gardening. But the Slayer Guild, you can tell a bunch of the leather and studded leather clad armored figures, very similar to how Jonah was armored, are out in the front. They are practicing archery, throwing knife tactics. You can tell a couple of them are learning on some benches on how to create nets and traps, as well as just other survival skills. And some of them tell are in like a little classroom setting where they are pointing out structures and anatomies of undead, right, and like striking points. This is just the front courtyard from what y'all can see.
Are they
You
called
are
the
at the Slayer Guild.
companions?
Huh?
Are they called the companions?
Oh, they're called the Slayer Guild.
The allies.
Well, they're definitely werewolves,
Yes.
so they are the companions.
Yes. Or in this case, the allies.
Yes.
They're literally called
I'm
the
gonna call
Slayer.
them, they're called the allies.
Okay.
Wait,
So
does that mean
Hillbillies
the Greybeards are
apparently-
here too?
No.
Dang it.
There's no.
The-
They're not the companions.
That
They're
gets
the
us
slightly-
copyright.
No, dude, they're the slightly older ones called the Whitebeards.
Wait. Why do you keep calling them the companions though?
They're freaking werewolves, dude.
Yeah.
At least one of
No.
them was.
Go up to Hillbillies and like, so the guildmaster at the previous Black Flag headquarters that we went to said that there are a lot more cultist sects in this city than the last one. So you think we should investigate that?
Well, Hillbilly is just here to make money.
Oh,
Okay.
As long as it's profitable on me.
Whoa, what?
You cut out really bad there.
Oh, it's so long as it's profitable.
Okay.
Not about it. I hear going to go, not about it. Risk my life going hunting out cultists for if it's not going to benefit
they
me.
had some pretty good magical items last time we were there, so I'm sure we could find something.
Good
What?
point.
What magical items are you talking about?
I have a rainbow greatsword. I literally have an RGB greatsword.
Oh, you're talking about. Okay, you're talking about the Black Flag Guild.
It's, yeah, I was gonna say the Lloyd also gestured to his dagger, like the like magic
But-
weapons we found.
Literally, like pulls out my sword and it's like just glowing like Rainbow Road.
Okay. So, you guys enter in the Slayer Guild. It has rows of tables in military fashion going all the way up to the left side, and the right side is kind of a clerk and counter type setup where you can see payments are being set out to the different members. Unlike the Black Flag Guild, there doesn't seem to be anyone who isn't a guild member here. There are a couple of potential clients, such as representatives of caravans coming up, and you can tell as you guys walk in, you are passed by a smaller caravan, and they are being led by 3 other of the Slayer Guild members. All of them are surly, dark, and sort of like vicious eyes, just looking forward. Every single person who is passing by just is determined and purposeful with everything they do. So you guys are passing by these clerk tables, and you guys can see a general message board.
Hillbilly is gonna make his eyes look large and black, and change his voice to an alien voice. Grab one of the passerbys, and say, "Take me to your leader."
So, make an opposed strength check.
I'm not like physically threatening them. I'm just, take me to your leader.
Right, but you also did you like touch him?
Yeah, just tap them on the shoulder, like, hey.
Oh. Wait, whoa, what the fuck? So he kind of visibly jumps back a second, and he takes a look at you, sort of shakes his eyes and looks in. It's like, you a client? What? What do you want?
Hey, fella,
What are you
I was just pulling your leg.
Oh shit. Okay. Holy cow. Okay, we got a jokester here, boys. What can I do for you, sir?
Well, I'm from out of town. Just, seeing what's going around here this city. We just came from, what was that place called again, Blazahar?
God,
Rudeville.
speak to me.
That's what it was.
I didn't know which
Rudeville.
place you were referring to.
Y'all just came through the dust then.
Yeah, we just got out the dust, fella. I'm looking for a little work. I'm not sure about the fellas that I came with.
What?
They might be joining, but looking for
Work.
some work. So if there's a leader here we can chat with, that'd be great.
To work. Everything here is pretty much proprietary to the Slayer Guild. You can talk to the master, but let me see if she's in. Let me see if she's in right now.
Who might we talk to about potentially joining then?
Joining the Slayer Guild.
Well, you see,
have
we
to
would
have-
go to the Paladins for work, but the last time we did that, we almost had 3 of them die right in front of us. I'm glad you
Hey,
like that,
boys.
feller.
Boys, they almost watched some candles go out. A bunch of them are on the backgrounds, and the tables are pounding the tables, and they're like hooting and hollering like candles, candles. We call paladins around here candles because they seem to get snuffed out by the flick of your fingers. You know what I mean?
I think I'm gonna like this place.
All right.
Oh, trust
It
us,
seems like
we
you're
know.
getting close though.
Let me. All right. You're a cleric, right?
Of sorts.
I can't say that a cleric will unfortunately match up with the type of work that we do to your armor. That's specifically it. We generally deal in stealth work per se. Bloody mercenary work, that's fine.
I
But
can be
the
quiet
guild...
in a skunk fart if I need to.
I like you.
I'll be right back real quick.
Anyway, where are my manners? My name's Brandon. Like a big meaty, just thick hand. He just holds that out to you.
Well, howdy, Brandon. My hand's a little
So-
bigger and meatier.
Okay, roll strength.
Okay.
What's your strength roll?
7.
7? Okay, you beat him. He got like a 5.
Jesus.
Okay, so you firmly grip. Oh, strong handshake there, cleric.
You know what strong hands mean.
Yes. Oh no, actually, what do they mean?
Large shoes. You know what those mean?
No, actually, what do those mean?
Big socks. You know what that means, right?
Big feet?
Yes.
Ah, I thought that was going somewhere else, honestly, but okay, that works. Perfect. Well, you have big shoes to fill if you want to work with those Slayers Guild, so hopefully you can fit them. Now, okay, the guild master. She is up the stairs back to the behind the counters, and he points up. Tell her I sent you up there, saying that you were looking for work. You came. You're good to go. So, he points to he points over there. You guys pass by the messenger board, and climb up the stairs. And there is a set of double doors. And
Well,
what do
while
y'all
we
do?
pass the messenger board, can we check what's on it?
Yeah, sure.
Who wants to take a look?
I mean, it's really you're just reading through a bunch of boards.
Oh.
So they talk about subduing things like wyverns and stuff. But there are a bunch of markings on the bottoms of the setups that you don't quite recognize. These are different emblems, and they show one of them being a wolf, a bear, a serpent, and just essentially different animal types. As you're reading through them, they don't really quite tell you, but you can read through one of them as one of them is a wolf. You can say it's like, hey, leading a caravan or tracking down a vampire group. And then one of them as being a bear, it is like fighting a wyvern or protecting or clearing out the gate areas. And then one of them is a serpent. It is talking about like activities that you need to talk to the guild master specifically for. So all of these, however, are just different job boards that you guys have available.
Okay.
All right. You guys go to the guildmaster then?
Hillbillies does.
Okay. So Hillbillies comes upstairs.
Blazer
Bo's
just
gonna
gonna
follow
be
Hillbill.
sticking with Hillbill Bays,
Okay.
following him.
Hayden said he'd be back in a second. So you guys all four go up these stairs. And there is a large set of oak double doors, emblazoned with the different patterns of the guild crest, which is like a kind of a crescent moon with like these claw marks going through the moon.
These are definitely werewolves.
Yeah. Hillbillies says, "Yeah, Lord, I think you're right."
Okay, so you guys knock on.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you guys
Is the
knock on
door
doors.
unlocked?
It is unlocked.
Hillbillies use thaumaturgy to just slam it open.
So as soon as you guys open the door, there is a crossbow pointed at you, and it fires right next to your head. Just.
Well, nice to meet you too.
You have an appointment,
I just made one.
Urson?
Hold on, I
There's
just made an
a
appointment with the
big-
bathroom after that crossbow. Give me a second.
She dropped the crossbow. She's like, "What the? Do you have an appointment? You just made an appointment?
Yeah.
You have a recommendation? Did someone send you here? Like, come on now, man. You got 3 seconds before I call
Yeah,
someone on you.
Hillbillies points down to Brandon. Says, that fellow
You're-
there told us to come
I
up here.
can't see him. That's not what you're pointing at the stairs.
I think it said his name was Brandon.
Oh, he sent you up here?
He said you could
Yeah,
be
we're looking
found
for
up
work.
here.
She goes over to like this brass horn that's hanging on the wall, and she starts screaming at it. Brandon, you sent someone up here. Yeah. Oh. Okay, you're good. What can I do for you?
Now, I can't expect any more projectiles to be whizzing past my ears now, can I?
Depends on what you say to me.
All right. Hey, Blazer, why don't you handle this one? I gotta go take a shit.
Bathroom's down the hall to the right.
I didn't sign up for this.
Dragonborn.
I can take it over for you then. See, me and my companions
Human.
here are looking for work.
Work.
We heard that all the all of that type of thing is handled exclusively to guild members, and so we might so I guess we're here to sign up to join.
Ah. Well. You want to join? Do you have an invitation?
We got these business cards. Even we met with what was his name? The Dragonborn dude.
Business cards. Business cards allow you to get an appointment in order to schedule a hiring us. They do not help you
No,
join
so-
us.
No, but
Can I use thaumaturgy not just for my voice, but for other bodily sounds?
I don't like where this is going at all.
It is technically any audio effect, so yes.
Okay.
Oh god.
Hillbillies is gonna amplify the sound of his farts
Jesus
and
Christ.
let a massive one rip from the bathroom.
Did y'all eat at the Golden Thread?
For a second, I thought you were actually going to the bathroom.
No.
I thought he did too.
Did y'all go to like eat at the Golden Thread? That sounds like he's a very healthy man with also a lot
Oh,
of probably alcohol in his system.
That's something.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't done that. He's just a bit
think-
eccentric.
I think he just built like that.
Wonderful.
Built
Okay.
different.
Listen, you need an invitation from a member in order for us to propose work to you. Something that says that a member has worked with you and they trust your abilities. I can't have the Slayers Guild name be tarnished by an outsider who's working for basic needs. Like I can't have a civilian going out and taking on contracts that are supposed to be of delicate matters, right?
Understandable.
So, do you know anyone in the Slayer Guild who's referred you here? Like, you guys came here, I'm assuming.
Hillbillies
Fast.
returns from the bathroom and overhears delicate matters.
Okay.
Did I just hear delicate matters? Because that bathroom sure can't handle them.
What?
There's nothing delicate about
Urson,
you.
please go check the state of the bathroom. Oh, no.
Hillbill,
Pulls
I
out a
have reason to believe that there was nothing delicate about what went on in there.
Oh,
Does Michael
no.
have any affiliation with the Slayer Guild?
Only that you've worked with them before, but that would be about it.
Do they know me?
No.
We could go grab Jonah.
You know Jonah.
And do we know
Oh
Jonah?
yeah, that's the guy who gave us
How
the
do you
business
know
cards.
How do you
We
know?
work with them.
Jonah just came back on a mission. I haven't gotten a briefing from him, but did
We saved them.
I
you
wouldn't say we saved this one. He's pretty good on his own. He could hold himself in a
Sorry,
fight.
him and us saved the Paladins.
That's right.
Jonah
Oh right, never mind. Yeah, I was mixed up with the other guy. Never mind.
Jonah's climbing up the ranks, honestly. He's been pretty fast. He's taking every mission he can, honestly. I think he's getting ready to head out tomorrow for another one. He's going to one of the eastern cities. Now that I think he's planning on a month-long journey on this one.
Well, we just got back from the dust. I can't see myself going back in there for a little while.
Sure, fair enough. But you worked with him then.
Oh, absolutely.
So you would put it on good faith that if I asked him, he would definitely have positive words to say about you.
He better.
Okay. That's roll persuasion. Bilbo.
Okay. I don't think I can fail persuasion.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Unless I roll like a 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
Well, that's a 3.
That's a +8 then?
But, I mean, can I use guidance?
Yeah.
Alright, so plus 12. So 15.
Yeah, it passes. Great. So, listen.
Or it's
I
add a
can't.
d4.
Yeah,
But
that's fine.
You're setting it. Okay, yeah.
But listen. I can refer you to a couple of smaller missions. Currently, right now, we're working in a party situation. We have a fresh batch of new recruits. These are some missions that we thought were going to be pretty simple. One of them is within the city walls. One of them is just outside the city walls. And I have a docket. She pulls a big book from under her desk and just slams it on the table, right? You hear like the rustling of pages, and she's blowing some like dust off the table and try to like clear some space for it because this thing is massive. And you just see tons of contracts as you're going through. Killing dragons, subduing a dragon, making a dragon not want to fuck another dragon.
Well,
Then a
I've
bunch of
tamed a few
dragonborn
dragons
type
in my
things.
time.
A couple of things that have to do with some of the warlocks, specifically requesting them, and you can tell that all of these have vipers next to the names of them, like stamped. And on her wrist, you can see a viper tattoo, specifically tattooed on the underside of her forearm, right? And as she continues to flip through, she goes to some of like the newer pages, the fresher stuff as they've been printed on. And as she's actually going through it, you can see the book start writing its own words into it, right? And magically another page appears on that same book and finishes the writing of everything there. But then she flips back one, and she points out at this. Okay, I'll give you guys some options here. If you guys can prove that you guys are worthy enough in order to try and skip the Slayer Initiate stuff, generally we train our own recruits. These are people who, for better or worse terms, have lost everything. You don't have anywhere to go. Because being a Slayer means that you are willing to do crazy shit that, quite frankly, no one else is really ever willing to do. But if you guys want to represent the Slayer Guild and you guys can prove to me that you guys can take on some of the higher end contracts, I can do that for you. I can help you. So,
Well, I've represented a few scumbags in my time, but you guys seem like good folk. I'm sure I could represent you easily.
I think that's a backhanded compliment, but okay, that works. Now listen. So, here's what I'm going to say. You guys can go ahead and take a look at these two. So, you guys take a look at the two jobs, and what they say is this. There is a madman has been going around telling him that he is hearing echoes from the sewers below the city.
Sewers.
That might just be Jeffrey.
He has been having issues with sleeping. He's having issues with these maddening thoughts, and he's having issues with sleeping. He's having issues with these maddening thoughts, and 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 he's having issues with these maddening th of just something is down in the sewers. Quite frankly, because it's in the city walls, we think this is an easy one, but because there are some dangers with going down there, we figured we might as well hold off on this one. This is something that either the city guards can take up, or willing adventurers as yourself could. There are some dangers. We can definitely help supply you for this one, simply because we know that these are scary areas. Sewers are not exactly something you should really mess around with too much, especially in this city. Or there is the outside of the walls. They need help clearing out some of the undead as some of the last recent hordes. Fire mages are trying to burn down a lot of these things, but quite frankly, they're starting to pile up. And some of them undead are hiding inside of those things. So they contract this work out to us, but this is some low-level stuff that we generally send out adventurers on.
What are we feeling, fellas?
I think the voices sound interesting.
You know, every city we've been in so far, we have been delving into the sewers. I feel this is right up our alley.
Yeah, voices are pretty fun.
I'm gonna.
Oh,
If you want to talk about voices,
the disembodied voices or hearing things in your head. I'm a veritable expert in that.
Wonderful.
we got a
Okay.
couple experts in that field. Someone they call a professional.
Awesome. So, you guys, when do you guys want to start?
No.
I can get you guys set up immediately, and she pulls out from her drawer in her desk and pulls out a couple of little emblems, and these have wolves logos on them. If you guys need to talk to the guards in terms of official business, you guys can use these in order to just tell them we are on official Slayer business, and we are just trying to go through. These will get you through most of the places in the lower levels of the city.
How much does it pay?
How much?
Or does that depend on what we find?
That really depends on the severity. Now, you are entitled to everything, obviously, you kill and collect. There is a guild fee toward what it is, but you will have to, honestly, the succession of the mission is a net of, I believe it was 100 gold was the net.
And
Let me
that's
double
just the
check here.
base cost, not including what we find?
We're going to supply you for this one. So we have a couple of things that we feel like you guys might need while traversing the sewers. So we'll provide you with those. However, you are going to, so I believe we already reduced, hold on, let me roll a couple of d20s. This is a net, so you guys would split this 5 ways. Okay.
While she's looking at the numbers, Sylvia is going to prepare thaumaturgy one more time.
Okay. So, for a day's work, plus the supplies that we can give, and obviously anything that we give you, you guys can keep. You guys would be looking at splitting
We're getting background noise on you, Peyton.
58 gold. Split between the 4 of you.
Oh, well, it's not too bad for someone that's
If you say you're providing some resources, that doesn't
Sure.
seem too bad, but you are saying if we find something a little more severe than just some basic whispers, there could be some extra gold in there.
Depends on the service that you can provide to the city. I can definitely accrue some bonuses. However, if you kill the thing that's down there or whatever it's saying, let's just say it's something otherworldly. We will take whatever parts you find from him, but we will accommodate you accordingly.
With Hibobase's prepared thaumaturgy, he's going to use it to make some very faint whispers behind her head that says, "Looks like you were accommodated quite fairly."
She doesn't say anything. She just kind of eyes you a little bit. Well, so when can you guys expect to start?
No,
don't think we had anything planned today, so.
Sure thing. I can
point
get
us
you
in the
guys set up.
direction.
I can get you guys set up accordingly immediately. So, she stands up. She is about 6'2", long, like curling dark hair that is kind of pushed
She's
back
tall?
into. She's tall as shit.
Oh, Hillbillies is definitely flirting with this one.
Yeah, very, very strong looking. She's wiry more so. Decent figure, very strong, very thick forearm, surprisingly for the rest of her build, right? And she has a hatchet on the side of her hip, and the crossbow that she had strapped over, and then this little silver container that's kind of strapped to her leg. But otherwise, she's wearing very similar Slayer Guild armor, layered, right? Layer studded. That seems to be like a deep blue, but at the same time with green like undertone colors. It's like, oh, my apologies. I never introduced my name. I never told you my name. She goes up to Hillville Bays first and says, "I'm Delilah."
Hey there, Delilah. What's it like in New
My
York City?
God,
What is
Christ.
New York?
Don't worry. Don't worry, sweetheart.
Okay. Ooh, sweetheart. I'm down there, sir. But she's friendly, shakes her hand, is like, "Delilah," and she introduces herself to the rest of you.
Is Delilah a human?
She is a human.
Okay.
She's a werewolf.
Human gang. Let's go.
So she leads you guys downstairs, and she goes back over to a guy. And hey, this is Liam. Liam will show you guys to where the mission coordination is. He'll bring you there. He is our coordinator for the mission. Go ahead and any sort of complaints that you guys, please bring them to him. Report back to me when you guys have completed.
Sounds
Okay.
like a deal. I'll be back for you, sweetheart.
I'm definitely sure you will. Post do. So she walks back up. She turns tail, goes back up the stairs,
Oh,
climbs
turns
back up to her
tail.
office.
Hillbillies watches as she walks away.
It is significantly more interesting to watch than hear Liam. So, Liam, Hillbill Base misses all of this after watching Delilah walk
He's
away.
entrenched.
And you guys are listening to Liam. He goes over to a gated armory setup and is like, "What do you guys have for weapons?" You are you through your spellcasters.
Spellcast
You,
spells.
the knight. What are you? Mercenary? Yes, you.
I am a knight, yes.
Okay, let me see your weapons here.
I pull out the very like colorful sword, and just it like kind of like just teleports to my hand.
Ha. No, it doesn't do that.
No, whenever I pull
Is
it out, like,
that-
I don't have to unsheath it. I'll just knight. I can just snap it to my hand if I want.
Okay.
It says a bound weapon.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Cool party trick. Don't lose it.
I can't.
Sure. So, he's taking a look at it. He gives it a couple of swings around, and he puts a little stone to it. Peyton, I want you to roll me a luck check. Here.
17.
17 passes. Okay. So with the 17, you see the little blue stone that he puts against the sword. It glows. This will work. You don't need any weaponry from us.
Okay.
Now,
So I give him the axe.
we need to make sure that this weapon hurts. Let's just say things that are generally immune to physical attacks. So go ahead. You guys, the mages, do you guys want to use weapons, or you guys? What do you guys use? Spells? You flick your fingers a little bit, something like that.
Do you need to see my axe or?
Oh.
You want me to check out your axe too?
Yeah.
So,
Your axe
so
magic?
it's
My axe what?
Your axe isn't magic, is it?
No.
Okay. So he puts his little stone against it. It doesn't glow. And he's like, okay, if you want to use the axe, you're going to need a silvering potion. We can provide 2 to you.
I would be grateful for that. Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. Be careful down there. Sewers are nasty.
I know.
Okay. Do any of you have dark vision?
Yes.
Yes.
Which should be.
Is Hilbo Base done looking at the ass yet?
Yeah, it's up the stairs, but it started going slower up the stairs.
Oh, sheesh.
Mhm.
Hilbo
Dude,
Base is busy.
What you doing over there, Hilbo Biz?
You know, you hate to watch him leave, but you love to see him. Wait,
I have no
See him
idea.
leave, love to
He is
watch him go.
entranced, bro.
I
he
have
doesn't know
no
words
idea
right now.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, Hillville Base is absolutely entranced. He cannot get his eyes off of it. So,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
yeah. Now, you see, okay, so he's going around through your guys' weapons. Do you guys, you just have the dagger or the quarterstaff, right?
I have the Delver's dagger and a regular quarterstaff.
Okay, the Delver's dagger doesn't have a magical weapon effect, so it is going to fail that. He is going to give you the two
Okay.
silver he's going to give you a silver potion for that in case you do need it. And he's going to give one of you, I'm going to roll a d4 to who he gives it to.
Or actually,
That is a 3. Blaze of Heart, you are getting a 50-foot length of rope. And then you each get 2 days worth of rations and water, essentially. We don't know how deep you're going to have to go. We're assuming for the worst.
Hilbo Base overhears that part and says, I know how deep I have to go.
Christ
What?
almighty.
What the heck
What?
is he talking about?
I
Sorry,
don't
fellas.
know.
Hail Bill, what in the hell are you talking about?
What was this guy talking about? Sorry.
Wait, did you not hear the what were you doing
He
while I
was
was talking
he
about the brief?
was being an old man.
What is it your sir, have you had enough sleep today? Are you ready for this mission?
I'm always ready.
Good to know. Okay. So he goes through your weapons as well. Chase, give me a what does your weapon do again?
It's the Fate Spun Warhammer, but
Does it-
I'm not really going to use it, so
Oh, I mean I just okay, well fine. Alright.
I'll still
So,
take the silvering potions for my arrows, just in case I got to shoot one of those.
Yep, perfect. So he gives you some silvering potions for that. It'll work essentially that you get you can silver your arrows, but when they get retrieved, they're not going to have silvering.
1 potion per arrow?
No, 1 potion for like how many arrows do you have? Like 20?
I got 17.
17? Okay. 1 potion for 10 each. So you just dip them into the vial and it comes out.
Okay.
Usually you would pour this all over the blade, but this is like a very small area on the arrow, so you can still use your bow then.
All right.
Cool. So now you have those potions. They give you 2 days of rations and a length of rope for it that has like a hook, but you are pretty much all set to go. Are you guys ready to be shown where you guys are going to be entering? We have a location that we feel like is going to be a straight shot to where you are going.
Well, I'm a pretty straight shooter myself, so show me the way.
Right away. So he shoulders his gun, puts it across his back, and he starts. You guys start walking out of the guild, and you guys
He has
walk
a
a couple
gun?
of blocks. Yeah, he's got a musket on his back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man has a Glock
What
on
do
his
you have?
back.
A knife.
Yeah, straight up massive Glock. Literally, the thing goes from shoulder to hip, like on how big of this Glock it is.
Sheesh.
It's a handgun shape too.
Shit.
So he leads you guys off into the middle of the he leads you guys off into the middle of the woods, and you guys see a drain pipe there, but it has a turning hatch. He sort of just gets over top of it and just starts cranking it, and
Wait,
he
we
turns
might-
it like 5 times, and he starts pulling it up, and it looks like a bunker hatch. And you
Are we
guys
not
see
even-
this is an old what
Are we not even gonna question the guy with the voices?
voices?
Yeah, the guy with the voices said.
Oh, the guy that was
mission-
hearing
okay.
them?
I mean, if you want to, you guys can. I guess we can pull it off on this.
Well, if he already told us where the things are happening, then
Yeah, yeah.
I guess,
So
yeah.
sorry, I probably should have prefaced this. The whole point of the Slayer Guild is that they're interviewed with a couple of like the quest tenders. They give them the details of what they are hearing on the contract. The Slayer Guild goes to the government and be like, okay, we can approve of this, and you guys are going to be paid this much for it. It's not like private sellers. It's usually through the government who are issuing these orders to them.
so when they get it, they already kind of know where and what.
Yeah, they have an idea. You guys are going to be using like whatever means necessary you can to inspect through the tunnels to see if this is a valid response. And if it's not, you guys just get paid out the basic pay that you guys have. If it is something, then you guys are subject to more money. So, you guys are starting to work your way into the tunnels. There is a ladder. You guys climb this ladder down about 20 feet. It is all you see. Actually, go ahead. Everyone has dark vision, right?
Yeah, I do.
I was technically not dark vision, but double sight.
Peyton, do you have dark vision?
Technically. Oh, no, I'm human.
I can
Okay.
grant dark vision to others.
Okay.
I guess I can just pull out my bullseye lantern to.
Go look what I sent you.
Sure. Yeah, I saw. So, okay, you guys are all looking out. Zach, you pull out the bullseye lantern.
I don't think
Okay.
humans have dark vision.
Which is I think it has like since it's basically just got like that hole in the front of it. It I think the spectrum is like 60-foot cone type of thing
Okay.
of light.
You are not going to have a passive perception then, unless it's an audio check. Okay.
Alright.
Okay, that's pretty. Well, I guess passive perception would cover that anyway, so we're not going to worry about that. You guys are in a tunnel, and this is a paved tunnel. There is water along the bottom. These are irrigation tunnels. This is where they kind of figured out this is to be the best service area that you guys are going, and they provided a map. The service guy who heard these voices and what was going on, has a little bit of a little key of what they were saying. They were saying, delve deeper, find the seeker, and some other just jargon and nonsense that this guy is almost ravings of a madman. But he said that he had cataloged this in a journal over the course of months. And after using the zone of truth on him, they were able to ascertain that he wasn't lying, that he was actually hearing these down here. But these are the areas that they were strongest. So you guys go into the service tunnels and go ahead. What you guys see is that from the tunnel, there is a cone of light illuminating about 30 feet of where you guys can see. You have about 15 feet of space between you and the walls, so a 7.5-foot radius from to the left side to the right side. So it's a pretty wide tunnel. But you are about ankle deep in water.
Um,
They have boots.
Hobo Bays would like to inspect the tunnel for any runes or writing.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation.
That's a 16.
Okay. So all you guys really see with the 16 is that there isn't really any writings on the walls. There are markings of what tunnel you're in, as well as what exit and entrance you're in. You guys are in let me see. Tunnel F and area D, right? So you guys can assume that you guys are at the end of a very long set of tunnels right now.
Okay.
And as what Liam has told you guys are at the very end in the very corner of the tunnels, but these are the most easiest to access.
Well, who wants to go check out that light? Who's the quietest here?
No, the light is coming from the hatch that you guys open.
Oh. Okay.
Everything else is just tunnel. You have a tunnel to your right and a tunnel forward. The map has you going very much closer to the center of the city, but that would technically be under where the college
Underwear.
is.
You know.
Yeah. No.
Who wants to take point?
I mean, I guess I'll take point.
Wait, do you have dark vision?
Let's have Azir do it.
I'll take point.
Do you have dark vision?
Doesn't matter.
Can you see?
I'll handle the bullseye lantern.
Okay. Lloyd hands Azir the bullseye lantern, and
Is that just a
have
fancy
that.
way of saying flashlight?
I just
It's a
roll
lantern
an
that
effort.
has like a very narrow cone of sight in front of it.
Yeah, so it's basically like it's got like mirrors on the inside to help reflect it better, but it only goes in one direction.
I
just
feel like
rolled
that
an
would
effort.
give
it
him
has,
away,
so
though.
it's got a 60-foot range of light instead of a 30.
I feel like that would give him away. I could
well,
just
I
grant
can-
him dark vision.
I can see for 120 feet. Completely fine.
Let's send you up, since you can see and we won't give ourselves away with this damn flashlight.
Hey, real quick, can y'all still hear me? Okay, good. Okay, my computer just like blacked out for a second.
Ooh, yeah, that's weird.
Blaze, you want to
Alright,
take
we're
point?
I'll take point.
Okay.
I'll take point. Just get
I
behind me.
guess we'll leave the
You could
light
both go,
off for now then.
but Blaze can actually see things.
Y'all can go side by side.
You don't know if I can.
You're holding
Okay,
onto
so-
Blaze's freaking tail.
Okay, guys, you guys, are you in owlbear right now?
No.
Azir just
I'm
confidently walks up and goes, "I got this."
Okay, hold on, get an owlbear real quick.
I'm an owlbear already.
Okay. No.
Can you see me moving this then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, mark your characters then. Okay, so Peyton, do you see, where are you?
He's holding onto Blaze's tail because he can't see anything.
You don't know
Okay.
that.
Or you don't have dark vision. Okay, so Hillabaze and Azir or Hillabaze and Blazahar are leading the charge.
No.
Boyd-
Hilba Baze is chilling. Azir and Blazahar are going forward.
You think Hellbow Bays will ever take point?
Sure. So you guys are starting to make your way through the tunnel. I am going to roll just straight up encounter rolls, okay? And these are going to be what you guys are going to find while you are down here. So we're going to roll. Okay. Good. And good. Okay. So the first thing that you guys see, you guys have been walking for about, let's say, a mile of tunnels. Through this
Just
first
Azir
mile.
and I?
No, all of you. All
Oh,
four.
okay.
We're just
So,
following behind.
As you guys have been rolling through these set of tunnels, you guys have come across a group of workers. They are trying to fix a set of parts of the tunnel that seems to have dilapidated, and the water isn't flowing as well through here. But they are working with a druid to try and like repair these areas, as he's casting Move Earth and pushing all the water upward.
So
As you guys are walking up, they kind of start to clock you guys. Or do you guys want to roll stealth for the encounter, or do you guys want to?
that's up to our guys that taking point.
You guys have a lantern.
It's not on right now.
Okay, so they okay. So the lantern isn't on. Do you guys want to just walk up to them, or do you guys what do you want to do?
Oh,
I completely blanked on what you said we saw.
Okay.
People who can see. People who can see. Oh yeah.
Okay, you want to do a perception check in order to see what you can see with these people?
Are these people? Like it's regular people?
Roll a perception check. You guys are looking through like a tunnel underground.
14?
14. That's fine. So what you guys can see as they're repairing the tunnel, they are doing. They're just pulling up the walls. They are sealing the tunnel. They're laying brick and do like mortar and foundation. They are just workers in the tunnel.
They haven't seen us yet?
If none of you guys have a lantern on, then no.
How far are we from them?
50 feet.
50 feet? Okay.
Yep. If you want to move closer, you'll have to roll stealth.
Well,
Or you can just walk up to them.
I mean,
It's tunnel workers. We should just walk up, I suppose.
alright. I'm not opposed to that. What about our boys up front?
Are we not in a... I thought we were all grouped up at this
No.
point.
You and Peyton are a little bit ahead of me and Zach.
So Peyton and I would already have seen them.
Yeah, you guys saw them first.
Well, then Blazerheart moves back to the two of you to discuss what we do. And Peyton, I don't know where he is.
My roommate's playing something really loudly in the background. I have my mic muted.
Okay.
I could just go say howdy.
I guess we might as well. They just seem to be
Okay,
repairing the
fine
tunnel.
idea.
You want to test to see if they're hostile first? I mean, I can make some sound on the other side of them, see how they react.
That sounds like a good idea, actually.
Or Lloyd, you could try to convince them to. I don't know. You made that one guy walk away once.
Yeah, I suppose, but that does actually take some energy.
Oh, all right. Maybe not that then. I'll just make some sound on the other side of them, see how they react.
Go for it.
All right, Hillbays is going to have to move forward to do this.
Roll a stealth.
That's an 11.
Okay, let me just make sure I have their passive perception. That passes, actually.
Oh, bet.
Amazing. So, you move forward, and you can go ahead and make whatever sound you want behind them.
You can use thaumaturgy to make the sound go from the other side of them than where we are.
Go ahead. What do you want the sound to be?
Hardly working hard or hardly working, boys.
So a bunch of them, the 5 of them just jump like out of their like essentially almost out of their skin. They jump up, they leap up. One of them pulls out like a hammer, and he's just like, "What the?" And they're trying to peer into the darkness. And one of them has like their lantern pulled up and trying to look at the area behind them that they're seeing. It's like, "Yo, I wasn't the only one who heard that, right? What's going on?" Yeah, I heard it too. Oh man, it's gonna be like Dan all over again. Dude, don't let it get in your head, right? You'll get sick just like Dan. It'll put you out of work. Let's get back to it. It's
Okay, so I think we have. Hillbays is going to go back to everybody else and tell them what he just saw.
Okay. All right.
Hey, fellas, I think these are just regular guys.
Let's go up and talk to them.
Did you not go
Okay.
and talk to them?
They seem kind of jumpy though.
They are a little
Pull a
jumpy.
hammer on us.
Yeah, they just heard a giant voice come out of the darkness.
Out of nowhere.
So you guys approach them?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. As you guys are approaching them, they start to hear the sloshing of the water behind them. They kind of not as jumpy this time, but they slowly pull out their hammers, like, "Hey, who's on down there? What's going on?" And they point their lanterns at you guys, and they kind of get a whole clock of you. What are you all doing down here? This is
doing
work
a contract
areas.
for the Slayer Guild.
Yeah, we're with the Slayers, fellas. Don't worry. We're just checking out something that's going on down here.
You got documentation to be down here?
Sure. Lloyd, show them what we got.
Sure. Okay.
Did,
Let's see.
did we get? Oh wait.
Who got the documentation?
Someone got documents in the map.
We got this badge thing that helps us contact the guards, but
So they collect the badge and they look at that, and one of them holds it up. Yes, genuine Slayer Guild. Okay, sure. Y'all just passing through then,
Why is
or
everyone
what's?
here Southern?
Hey, these are workers. These are my folk.
All right. So what can I do for you?
We're investigating. Someone said they heard a bunch of strange noises, and we're trying to figure out the source of those noises.
You won't believe it, but we just heard, literally minutes before y'all showed up, voices too. Okay, it's real.
Well, what
It's a
did they say?
superstition down here. We had some guys, early retirement guys. They just took it now. They just upped and quit. They were saying, like, no, we can't deal with the stress down here. We've
what's the
had
superstition?
Dan, we've had Brian, we had Akanji. He left too.
Well, what happened to them?
Dan is the worst case, definitely. He was saying that it wouldn't stop talking to him outside the tunnels. But when he was in the tunnels and he was starting to get up near the higher sectors, it got worse. Every time. He couldn't get near the tunnels anymore. It's like, he said that it almost felt like it was attached to him now. It was speaking through him. He said he would wake up in weird parts of the city and just, like, he didn't know why. He kept on waking up near the, what are they called? Those people who put magic onto items and stuff.
The artificers?
Yeah, artificers. Those people. He keep waking up near some of their tents, and he wouldn't know why. But he said that anytime he went to go talk to the artificer, he said that they never talked to him. It's the first time they'd ever seen him.
Interesting.
Well,
What about the others?
Sounds like we ought to go check out these higher places then. If we don't find anything, we ought to go talk to Dan.
Well, so he would always say that when he got down deeper into the tunnels, that the voices got worse. So I mean, this was near the higher sectors areas. Because he kept the city guard interviewed all the city guards always interviewed all the artificers too, that he said that he would wake up near, and they said they didn't find anything. But this is just word of mouth to me. I can't really say.
Well, you said you heard one before we approached. What'd they say?
Oh shoot! What did they say? Something about us working? Was that it?
Oh, fellas, that was just me.
Ah.
But I just had to check to make sure you wouldn't hit us.
Wait, are you the voice? He starts to pull out his hammer.
No, he's not the voice.
Yep.
We just weren't sure if you guys were going to attack us on sight or not.
It's understandably suspicious in these tunnels. Okay.
Now,
okay.
did Dan ever tell you what he was hearing? What the voices were telling him?
Oh, something about finding release. Something about going deeper.
I'll give
darker.
them the sweet release.
Something
Deeper.
about what'd you say, sir?
Huh?
What'd you
Ignore
say?
him.
What? Are
The
you
word
okay?
the word deeper causes Hobo basically go into deep thought about Delilah.
God damn it.
Delilah's thick ass.
Yo, like
So-
the one you showed us when we're done kayaking yesterday?
Dude, not that thick, but definitely
not that-
close.
Oh, okay.
Definitely close.
Sheesh.
So, now, yeah. So honestly, the only thing I can say is that the closer to the center, there it just gets worse for any of the people who are afflicted. But I can't tell you what it is.
What about, you said there were two others who had the same issue happen.
Oh,
Did the same thing happen to them?
yeah. They claim they hear something similar that Dan heard. But it honestly got the stress of the job got too far into them. Sometimes we're down here going into the really deep parts that lead outside the city, and we're down here for a couple of days at a time. So some of these people just don't deal with that very well. You know, hazards of the job, running into tunnel borers or running into uh, dead ends, not knowing the map very well. I mean, I'll be the first to tell you, we've had a couple of people die down here just from getting lost and how crazy these swords get.
But you happen to be able to point us in the direction that it got worse for Dan?
You got a map?
Who got the
Do we
map?
have a map?
Yeah, so Liam did actually give you a map of the tunnel system
Someone
where
has
the
the map.
Yeah.
I don't have a
And
map.
you
I
guys can just
have
say that you have the map. I didn't specify who.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got a map.
Let me give it a see. He flicks his little lantern that's on his head down to it. He sees, well, you guys got a pretty good idea of where it is already. You guys came through FD, was it? Or F yeah, you guys came from the most northeastern part of the tunnels here. So you guys have been walking for a little bit. But you're probably about a couple miles too far east if what this map tells you need to be at. So right about, he points to like the center districts, but it's in the most eastern part of the top level area. You guys got to be about here. So you guys got about, I don't know, a couple miles west.
Well, what's the fastest way to get there, fella?
Straight, he just kind of points out these little areas right here. Straight here. We had some construction that we were doing there about last week, so it shook up some stuff. So just be mindful, but you probably won't have any problems, or at least too many problems getting there.
Is there a little password you say to other workers just so you don't kill each other? So while we're down here,
you just have I mean, nothing that is trying to stab you isn't going to have a lantern. So I mean, you should be fine if you if you flash a light at them. Right? I mean,
So maybe we ought to.
I mean, I'm not in the business of causing heart attacks, but I just had to check on you fellas.
I mean, it's fair. You didn't know. I know, no harm taken. But you know, I'm gonna get back to work here. Y'all, best of luck here. Good luck.
Thank you kindly. Let's get a
We
move on,
will leave
guys.
it to it
Yeah.
then.
So they get on back to fixing the tunnel that is around them, and you guys continue to walk on. Do you guys want to head to those markings and areas?
Just go where they got pointed.
Okay. So as you guys are walking on, I'm going to roll encounters to see what you guys can find. Roll, and that's good. Okay, so that's 1. Also good, and 3. Okay. That's fine. Great. So, the only things that you guys have found as you guys continue on your journey, you guys haven't found any. You guys have found a couple other workers as you guys have been wandering on. They've been passing by. They gave you a couple of waves. No one has really given you any sort of hostile intent. Go ahead, everyone, give me perception rolls.
I got a 6.
That would be a 19.
16.
All right. Okay. So those pass. Peyton, your roll.
I rolled a 2.
Goodbye.
Phooey.
Damn. Sheesh. So, you guys kind of noticed a couple of bodies of larger insects, massive clawed creatures with giant chitinous heads. As you've passed by these little areas, and you can tell that they've been long dead, and they were killed while they were down here, probably by workers or some other hired cell blades to kind of clear out these tunnels. But you also see where they've burrowed into, and a couple of workers have been trying to patch up those holes. And there are these massive dropping tunnels that go far down to the point that your lanterns can't even reach or see. But there are tons of them along this one set of stretched mile. But not as many bodies as there are tunnels, so you can tell that these things had dug into these tunnels and stopped, and kind of dug another tunnel and gone elsewhere. But these things are essentially just all along these networks and tunnels. But you guys continue to walk on, and as you do, you guys get to the center of the city. It has been about half the day in order to get from there to from here to there, through walking and navigating the tunnels and meeting up with the different workers. But what you guys see is this massive spire. As you guys are walking out, you see a waterfall kind of pushing down, and then as you are looking across, it is a chasm about 80 feet across. And then to the left, there is a giant other tunnel that is very similar in shape to yours, and to the right, there is also another one of these tunnels, but this one has a bit more of a higher water flow to it. And then down below is essentially darkness. You can't see the bottom of that.
Even with my double sight?
Nope.
What
How
about
far
this?
does the devil sight go?
120 feet.
Yeah, nope, not there.
What about this spire thing?
The spire?
Yeah.
It's like you're in a giant tunnel that's going vertical.
So
Paved tunnel.
Oh.
Where all the tubes seem to stop off.
Wonderful. Are there any stairs?
None here, no. I'm gonna use the restroom. Give me 1 second to pause.
We have to go deeper.
You have to chill the fuck out, my guy.
We have to go deeper.
Yeah, I know what kind of deeper you're talking about. It ain't into the tunnels.
What are you talking about, fella?
I saw what you were doing.
What do you mean?
I know exactly what you did. I'm pretty sure she felt it.
Hold on. I didn't lay a finger.
You didn't have to, dude. With how hard you were staring.
Do you think she's into me?
Honestly, hard to say, but probably be
Because I'm trying to
Be
get
a bit
into her.
iffy
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, we know.
Shoo-wee.
Damn, I can put the moves in this video too. First thing you need to show up, blow up our bathroom.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if
That's some chivalry right there.
I don't know if you B-52ing the bathroom was a good idea.
It's called chivalry.
Shit, Lori.
Called what now?
I think it was impressive.
You just fireball the toilet. It's not impressive.
Hey, you can cast fireball. I call it, I cast something else.
You cast shit balls, what you cast.
Look,
She showed a face of genuine concern when she heard that noise.
what'd she expect? She shot a crossbow at me unannounced.
Yeah. And then you damn near broke a toilet.
She's lucky I did that. I almost shit myself on the spot.
I think we're all thankful you didn't do that.
What do you guys think them bugs were?
What?
Big bugs.
Big bug.
Big bug.
Big bug.
Big bug.
You ever seen a bug like that?
No. I ain't hear that much.
I wonder what they taste like.
Tastes like? Want to go back and try one?
Okay. Alrighty. So, you guys are looking at this vertical tunnel. The top is graded about 40 feet up, and you guys cannot see the bottom of this tunnel looking down.
Is there any way down?
Not.
You could jump.
I ain't doing that. I can't fly. Aren't you a dragon? Can't you fly?
Does
Got
it look
wings?
like I have wings to you?
Oh, I don't know how these things work.
Costa, go ahead and give me a history check.
That's just what, roll a d20?
It's a d20 plus whatever your modifier is for history. It should be under your stat blocks.
Yeah. I got it. That's gonna be 13.
13? All right, yeah, that passes. It was only 10. So, Costa, you would know that on the center spire, this is a well to the academy.
Is that all I get out of it?
Pretty much, yeah. This
Okay,
is just like,
gotcha.
you kind of get the idea of where your location is right now as you're looking at the grate. You can remember walking over this as you guys were, as you attended classes here in the academy.
So
You are
a well,
below
do
the
they
third
have
level.
if it's a well, then do they have a bucket with like a rope on it?
Not that. It is like more modernized plumbing. It's like a inverse water tower. All the water they collect is down here.
Yep, got it.
Well, we're right underneath the academy, which means we're definitely high enough within the city.
Someone's high enough.
I've been sober this entire time.
Blazehar, can you see the bottom of the hole?
The bottom of the hole's too far deep, right?
It is pretty. Yeah, it's you know that from like your history check that this is definitely a very deep well, but however, like the levels of the water is always altered. Like it's always different. So
Right.
Do we have a torch we can drop down there?
Is it like a rock on the floor or something?
What?
Or it's gonna hit water anyway, so
Yeah.
The
it's gonna
question
go
is,
out.
do we need to go down, or is
Is there any other way for us to go?
it's pretty much just the way you guys came. There are the tunnels to the left, the right, and the forward, but they are all within they're all about 40 feet away from each. They're all pretty far away. This thing is huge.
Does the map mention any way of going down on these?
It only points out that this is kind of one of the other areas to go. This is kind of like an end of the line area for the tunnels. The rest of the tunnels that you guys have here, during some of like the crazier monsoon seasons, this floods from the rivers that come up from the mountains and goes down. And then the tunnels that you guys have been going on is that during those monsoon seasons, these tunnels almost flood. So they're like diversion tunnels in order to make sure the rest of the city doesn't flood.
Can I drop a pebble or a rock or something off the ledge to?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it
You would give me a listening perception check here, though.
Okay.
Can we all listen?
Yeah, everyone can do it.
So we all
I got
roll?
an 8.
8. Okay.
Well,
We're all rolling, right?
19 on die.
Yeah, so
That's
that passes it. Great. So you hear this in two parts. It is the rock has gone fast enough that it picked up enough speed in order to one touch the water, but then about a second or so after, it did hit ground, and that was enough in order to echo through this echoing like chamber to you guys. So there is water. It's a good maybe 10 feet deep, and then there is ground below that.
So how long did it take
hold
for
up.
us to hear the
How-
sound?
How deep is this for a rock to go 10 feet through water and still hit the ground, making enough noise for us to
We're going
hear
to
it?
assume it's just a big rock. That's just how I planned it out.
Okay.
How many
I'm just
seconds-
You guys kicked-
huh?
How many seconds?
Until we heard it hit the water.
I don't know what the physics are behind this. I'm going to say this is just outside of Costa's dark vision.
It's like 150
Just.
feet.
He has 120. Let's just say it's 130.
Not a drop in one.
Huh?
Not a drop in one to do then. The thing is, like, if it's only 10 feet of water,
Yeah, that's not a jump I want to make.
If the rock hit the ground with that much force, what do you think will happen to us? I do, however, have 50 feet of rope. The fuck?
Hello,
The fuck
Base.
just happened? Anyone else hear that?
I'm not sure what that was, but I don't think that's the whispers they're talking about.
Are you sure you didn't just bust ass, Hillbill?
That wasn't me, fella.
How do we get to you?
Did you just yell that?
So it answered you. It just straight up answered you.
There's something about a disembodied voice telling me to trust it that I don't trust. Can you give us any more information than just... No, you're just gonna say trust.
well, on one hand, joining what Delilah did say that this guild was for those who would do the crazy shit no one else wants to, and voices in my head have never led me astray. So
Hold up, Lloyd.
Hold on.
This voice was in your head.
Hold on, this one wasn't just in your head. It was in all of ours.
There's something a little off here.
Zach is
Now,
a werewolf.
And will it give us any more information other than trust me? Can I just jump down this hole?
It is quiet.
Oh, that's how you want to be. All right, bitch.
how
So
like,
I have
how wide,
50.
how wide is the well?
No,
Actually, you get fucked.
Okay.
Do me a favor and say, "Dude."
How wide is this well?
How wide?
Yeah.
It ranges between about like 60 feet across. I'm going to say 60. I know I said something else before, but I
I
like
said
60.
40 before.
I am your
40?
doom.
40 is to the other walls, I believe. But regardless.
Yeah.
All right, I just yell, "I am your doom."
Okay. Oh, you know what?
Guys, I have 50 feet of
have-
road, so we don't drop as far.
Actually, I also have at least 50 foot of rope. I also had Dungeoneer's pack, I think that's. So I should have a total of 100 feet of rope.
100 feet of rope?
We can
Yeah.
get down safely using all this rope we have.
Yeah, but can we
so
get back
let's
up?
find some.
We'll leave the
Rope.
rope there.
Yeah.
Or you
So
just fill
let's-
this entire place with water when we float out and hope the workers don't drown.
Boys, all right, let's not.
Now, fella, I can create water. I'm not sure I can create that much water.
Well, you never know unless you try.
I love that enthusiasm.
Blaze, let's tie our ropes together and we'll
Alright,
find
yeah,
somewhere
we'll
to
do
anchor
that.
it.
I can shield surf.
Okay, how much rope do you guys have between you?
I have
150
250-foot ropes.
100?
150.
I have,
He has
I have
250 foot, and I have a 50-foot rope.
Awesome. So you guys
I also do have a
successfully...
Dungeoneer's pack.
Okay,
so
here's the deal. You guys need to find something to anchor this to, right? Because
Yep.
right now you guys are in a solid flat tunnel. You guys need to find some way in order to keep this from going anywhere.
how high up is that grade above us? Is that like at the end of the tunnel?
You guys have about 40 feet to climb in order to get to that grate.
Hey, the rod on immovability.
You want to touch my rod, fella?
I definitely wants to touch that rod. What's up?
That's a good idea, Lloyd.
All right. Well,
That's
you
something
guys
to
can
anchor
tie
it
it
to.
off to my rod, but I'm gonna stay up here while you guys go down there, and then I can join you if need to.
Alright, you still got the message down, right, Hillbill?
I gotta make sure someone doesn't, try to take off with this here rod. Make sure you guys don't have some sabotaging going on.
Who would
Alright.
sabotage us?
I don't
So,
know.
I'm gonna-
You're the
We would do-
sketchiest fella here.
Hillbill. Okay. Look, yes, he is, but that's not the point. We would all be going down, and the rod would be staying here to get us a way out of here. Will you shut the fuck up for right now? We're working on it, okay? You just see Blazerheart yelling down the hole.
Wonderful.
Let's
So you
just,
guys-
we're gonna chime in. We'll be down in a minute. Give us a second.
Yeah, we're working
So-
on it.
You all tie off your ropes, and you begin your descent. You guys...
Who would be standing at the top temporarily?
Okay. Hillbill Base is like kind of precariously kind of looking over. You set the rod just off the lip of the tunnel so that the thing is going down. 150 feet of rope easily clears that. So just make sure you guys take that off of your inventories for now. It is here with Hillbill Base. You guys climb down, and you guys are greeted by a good bit of water. It is about 10 feet or so deep, and you were definitely right on the money with that. It is dark everywhere that you see. It is pretty much pitch black. The water is calm, but
But I'd say I could still see.
yeah, with your passive, obviously with your passive perceptions, you guys notice that there are another set of tunnels. One of them is not a cut tunnel. This is a rocked base tunnel going off, not in like the cardinal directions that all the other tunnels have been in, but these ones are just, this one was like blown out.
Hello, weird disembodied voice. Which way do we go from here?
Which tunnel do you decide to go to?
I think
I'm asking the
one
voice. Come on,
the one that's not cut is probably the one, but if there's a cut, that might be nicer.
Not that fucker. There's fucker. What'd you? Wait, what did you just say? I missed that.
West.
Fair enough.
West.
So that's the cleaner cut tunnel then.
West.
Fella, what do you see down there? All I'm hearing is west.
Look, help into the message on. Look, Hillbill. I asked him which way we need to go so we can find him.
All
And he
right.
just keeps saying west. I'm about to yell the fuck out of this thing if he doesn't shut the fuck up about west.
Peyton. Hey, Azir?
Is he here?
God damn it. Bro.
All right, whatever.
All right,
Okay.
never mind. I was gonna have him make a wisdom saving throw, but all right. Anyway, you guys have. What do you guys do?
I guess. Back into the message on. Hey, Hillbill, you want to come down and join us? Azir seems to be just kind of.
Catatonic.
Yeah, he's just kind of there. He's not doing anything.
He's not all here, like even more than usual.
Yeah, he's completely zoned the fuck out right now. Like, I think he has claustrophobia or some shit.
Well, I'll come down. What's the map say? Is there a way out from where you guys
This
are?
rope.
If the rope fails for whatever reason, is there another exit on the map?
There are farther drainage areas, but the bottom ends tend to lead outside of the city, as you're looking at like the map.
Okay. But there is a way out.
Yes.
Alright. Hillbillies can trust the staff to not move, but he doesn't trust the rope.
It held me. It'll hold you.
How
Alright.
much do you weigh again?
Hillbill's got like 40 pounds on me.
300 pounds.
300.
Yeah, I'm 260.
Ooh. Okay. Chase, go ahead and give me an
Yeah, I'm staying at the top.
No, you already said you're going. Give me an athletics roll.
Athletics. Jesus. Lord, give me strength. He'll basically use his guidance on himself.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Before you go down, you use guidance.
Yeah.
Is that a cantrip? Can you use that whenever?
Nat 20. Doesn't even matter.
Jeez, bro.
This man comes
Okay.
down with the grace of a ballerina.
Absolutely. One-handed fireman's ballerina. Like, was it? What is the Ballad of the Sugar Plum Fairy from the fucking Nutcracker suite? Like the Nutcracker play? Right? Holding onto it, legs out in the air. Hillbilly descends 150 feet of rope in like 5 seconds, stops 30 feet above it, glides himself down, and gently places himself into the water. No problems. In fact, no ripples are even made from the water. It is as if nothing is there.
That's how I
Hillbillies
plan
is-
on getting into Delilah too.
There will be a fucking rapids and how like the float.
And you were worried about the rope.
So you're gonna get in there and it's gonna be as if nothing's there.
Shit.
So, Doug,
Doesn't
you were worried
work.
about an exit for Delilah, bro. You were going to have to worry about an exit for Delilah.
Shooey.
Shoo-wee. Anyway, so, now you guys are at the bottom of this rope. As you guys are looking around the rope, or like the pond essentially that you guys are in, you are looking around. You have the different tunnels. You guys decide on which tunnel you wanted to go to.
The
Hillbillies-
weird voice was saying west, so
I'm gonna consult my hat.
Are you attuned to the hat?
No. I'm just gonna pretend to talk to, well, try to talk to it. Hey, hat, what do you think?
he's talking to his hat now. Oh Christ, we're in bigger trouble than I thought.
It's a hat.
Alright.
The hat.
I mean, I know it's a creature because I did an Arcana check.
Yeah, I know. But as far as like it's treating you right now, it's a hat.
Okay.
Lloyd, I think we might be on our own for this. Azir's catatonic and Hillbill's talking to his hat. Oh
It
Christ.
seems so. Oh,
Hey,
So
Peyton,
should I roll to go
Warlock.
down?
Okay, there you are. What?
well, it's
Should I roll to go
Warlock
down?
crew. I didn't do that.
I can't hear what you're saying.
I have to roll to go down, right?
No, you're not 300 pounds. Like you're
Oh,
fine.
you've been there this
Pure
entire
monster.
time.
Yeah, you're down here.
Yeah, we tried to ask you some stuff, but Peyton, make a wisdom saving throw.
Man, 12.
Yeah, that doesn't pass. Anyway, you take like a D4 of psychic damage from the fact that the demon has said always west, always west.
Oh, shit. Can I get another reverberation of that, please?
A what?
Another, kind
You
of.
want me to say, you want me to say it again?
Yeah, I want to hear my sweet voice, in the sweet voice.
West, always west.
Azir, I'm going to slap the shit out of you. We did not need to hear that again.
I don't know why I would
just
take...
him.
Oh wait, just him?
Azir just like
Just a
looks
D4.
like he's at peace, but his ears
Take
are
a
slightly
D4. What's your
bleeding.
D4?
What's my D4? 2.
Yeah, you take the damage.
Wait,
Your
so
ears
but
just
like
start bleeding.
as my ears start bleeding, he looks like he's like at peace.
Yeah, this seems right. Anyway.
Fella, why are your ears bleeding? I didn't cast Shatter.
Sheesh.
Because
Ooh.
the words of the great voice.
Can we start looking at wrapping this up soon? I have to be in bed.
Can I start heading west?
Anyway, you guys begin to it's going to be a little bit for the encounter. Is that okay?
Just stop when we get to the encounter.
Stop when we get to the encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's get to that and then call it there.
All right. So You guys begin to go down the tunnel, right? As you guys are approaching the tunnel, you begin to see that it starts becoming more paved rather than like decrepit and old and moldy. It starts to become clean, kempt, and I guess more refined than you would have expected. And the stone starts to begin to change into, instead of just basic cobblestone, it begins to like become flat pavers and a rounded tunnel. And you guys begin to approach a large set of giant stone doors.
Stone, you say?
Mhm.
Hilba Bays knows a thing or two about stone.
Okay.
Can I do a
As
perception
a dwarf.
and arcana check on the stone?
You can do a Arcana check.
Okay. I get double proficiency.
Sheesh.
Expertise. Yeah, Hillbill, what can you as a dwarf tell us about these stone doors?
Well, they're definitely big.
Big.
They're definitely stone.
Big.
Yeah, that's 18 on die plus a bunch. So
Damn, bro. Yeah. Okay. These stones and the ways that they're cut and the runics that they're being used on is definitely some sort of holy sealing. It may not be specifically tied to the church, but it is definitely tied to ancient scriptures. So you know the way that they cut these stones, it is something that is sealing.
like a tomb.
Oh, wait,
Yes.
so, wait,
Not a well,
there are words in this door.
it is general use. It is a ancient text.
It was meant to seal something inside.
Yes.
Hilbo Bays relays this information to the group.
Well, Lloyd, what does it say?
It's a sealing type spell. It's a.
Can you recognize the language?
I couldn't tell you what it's written in, but I can tell you it's just a your pretty generic magical sealing words.
Now hold on, feller.
For
There's
us.
something about that just doesn't sound like a good idea. Would you mind telling us what you are first? I swear to God, if you keep repeating
Everyone
yourself.
make a wisdom saving throw.
13.
Is this door facing west?
You said a 5?
5.
Okay.
Door facing west.
Oh,
Zero.
actually, you know what? That's gonna be an 8 out of 5. I'm sorry, I had
You have to add your-
proficiency wisdom
yeah.
saves.
Hayden, what's yours?
Is this door facing west?
Doesn't matter. Shut up.
No, I'm just wondering. Do I roll with advantage or not? It's not
It
west.
doesn't matter if it's
rolling.
rolling. It doesn't matter if it's west.
Roll with advantage. If it's west, then I
No,
immediately fail.
That's not part of your character. I didn't say so. So go.
Okay.
Roll.
Fine. 17.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so Lloyd
With east.
starts to like walk toward the door.
Hold
Right.
up, Lloyd. Hold up.
He starts walking to the door in a trance. He begins to grab and wrap his fingers around the door handle. What do you guys do?
Can I arm lock?
Laserhar's gonna pull Lloyd back.
Okay, make a opposed dexterity saving throw. Zach, add your modifiers to it too.
Is a charm effect? I think I might have something for against being charmed.
Wait.
Do you have something up against being charmed?
Nope, never mind. That's for a different type of warlock.
Okay.
Would it be Dex or?
Dex.
Okay,
You're trying to stop
so-
him. You're trying to stop
Okay.
him.
So, what did you tell me to make a roll for?
You're making a dex. Both of you are making dex.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I got 9 on die plus 1 for my Dex, so 10.
I have an 8 on die and plus 3 for my dex, so that's a total.
Okay, so
11.
Lloyd opens the door. The door swings open. You guys are met with a
Hold on.
church
Hold
view.
on. Is
Yep,
the door locked or unlocked?
It's unlocked.
I use thaumaturgy to slam it back shut.
Okay, you also have to make the opposed dexterity. It
Well,
was.
it's-
This is kind of
it's-
before, technically, because they already rolled their things and you didn't say you were doing anything.
Well, now that the door's been opened, I can close it with thaumaturgy.
This is a giant stone door. I don't know if it would apply to this.
It just says
Yeah,
unlocked
that's-
door or window. It doesn't say what kind of door or window. It doesn't have to, doesn't specify what it's made of.
mm, I'll roll for luck and see if you can do this roll. Okay.
The cantrips aren't supposed to be
Yeah, you do it.
really
Okay.
powerful.
The door stays shut. Hillbilly Base stops Lloyd from closing, from opening the door. The door
No, it
slams
opens, it
shut.
just closes again.
Yeah. It wrenches Lloyd's arm. You guys fall to the door, and the door is stayed shut.
Release me.
Hold on, fella. We don't know what you are or who you are. We're gonna have to do some game show type shit right here.
Will tell you. Open the door.
Only if you can answer these 20 questions.
I genuinely think we don't have the time
Roll
for that.
persuasion.
I'll do one better. One question. What's in it for us?
Who's rolling persuasion?
I swear.
If
you open the door, I have a deal for you.
What's the deal?
Look, guy, I've already made a deal.
Door.
No.
That's a good deal with me. I'm opening the door.
Okay.
Look, you and I have already made deals.
Okay.
I'm not bound to only have one deal.
Okay. Lloyd opens the door officially. You guys are greeted by a green lighted and blazing church. There are destroyed pews going on the left and right side as you continue to walk up. Shattered memorials are all along the areas, and broken glass surrounds the field around you. Gargoyle statues line the church from the front end to the back, and there are about 12 of them. You guys see in the front is an altar where an entombed sort of priest figure is engulfed in stone, and he is holding his hands up. You see the bones of the stone come out.
Did you say stone?
Yes, it didn't petrify the person, right? So this was definitely a person. There are bone fingers coming out of the areas where the flesh did not exist, and there are coffins lining up from the ceiling to the floor, all lined up and stacked on top of each other. What you see on the back end, however, give me a perception check.
Everyone?
Yes, everyone. Do
Is it stone?
Do you guys enter? Whoever enters the room, give me a perception check.
I got a 21.
21? Yeah. So Zach passes this. Everyone else, give me a perception check.
15.
15.
17 on die.
Okay.
Plus 3, so 20.
So who enters the room?
Seeing as how I closed the door or attempted to, and then he opened it again, pretty sure at this point it's just Lloyd.
Yeah, but
Just Lloyd
Blazehar
enters the
kind of
room.
tried to stop
Lloyd
Lloyd,
walking.
so I'd
Okay.
say Blazehar and Hillbill are standing back for a moment.
Lloyd walks in. Azir, do you follow him?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys walk in. You guys are now in the center of all the pews. You guys noticed something is crawling on the top of the ceiling. As it begins to crawl on the top of the ceiling, you guys start to see it come into vision as you're looking up, and it crawls along the far back end of the walls. This pale, white, with reddish hues, thorny creature with a massive tail and insect-like wings begins to crawl down the back end of the wall. It descends and elegantly crawls over the pew, crushes the head of the priest that was at the altar, and throws the statue aside. And it holds its claws over the altar and says,
Hello. I
Jinx.
am Ishland. I have a deal for you.
That is how we should
Well,
end
let's
it.
hear it.
Deals, deals, deals. Come
No,
down
no,
to the
no, I
lot.
think-
We've got deals on deck. Deals, deals, deals.
I think that's how we should end it.
Well, I guess it's about to become a double warlock. Let's go.
Hillbilly enters the room,
okay.
just screaming about deals.
I was gonna say I think we should end on that note because I have a deal for you.
This encounter could definitely work out well. This is definitely a good. I mean, this encounter is definitely going to be.
Following Hillbill.
No, I just want the suspense.
Yeah, we can
And
split this
also
up into a
have to go to
secondary
bed.
episode.
Yeah.
I promise. We can set this up in a secondary episode, but I really want to finish this. I'm in the mood, bro. Please.
I was gonna say,
Okay,
like
let's go.
the second you said I have a deal for you, I just heard outro music.
Yeah, that's fair. That's honestly fair, but I really want to finish this, please.
I do love me
This-
some
I
salesmen.
got you.
My name is Island. I have a deal for you.
Well, howdy, fella.
You. In the front. What is your name?
And for what?
Influence?
You
He said, "What is
in
your
the
name?"
front. What is your name?
Lloyd.
Lloyd. I have a deal. My deal is release me from this prison, and I will give you power as a bargaining chip. I need to be released from here, and if you will be my champion, I will make you powerful.
his head his head as he's facing you cocks 90 degrees to the left and the right as he's kind of surveying the room. His claws begin to dig into the altar and just start separating stone as he crushes it in his grips. His tail flicks back and forth, cutting gashes into the wall with anticipation, and his wings flutter a little bit and kind of retract back into a neutral place.
I'm not sure if I can beat this guy.
Hey,
No.
hey, Lloyd.
I just say that
You
that
should,
does sound like a good deal, but I've been offered this sort of thing once before. There's usually a catch. Do you need me to run errands for you, or make sacrifices of some sort in return, or is it
He is a
simple?
salesman. Goddamn.
What is it?
Like you. Interesting. Simply this. I will share with you my power. In return, I will take control of you when I seem fit. 3 times. Unabated.
3 times?
3 times. Any action I decide, I can change the fate of.
That
But
sounds interesting. But
you will become powerful beyond your wildest dreams. I will lend you my strength, my knowledge, my capabilities. All you have to do is release me.
Ishan, right?
Ishan!
Yeah, calm the fuck down.
Bro, if you don't release him here, calm the fuck down.
Calm the fuck down.
He starts like raging, and his fucking tail like clashes into a bunch of the coffins, slicing them in half with the axe barb.
Can he touch us right now?
okay, that's
Can he touch us right now?
He is within reach of you.
Oh.
I was obviously not trying to kill us. Island, I like your offer. I agree to your terms.
Oh, god damn it, Lloyd.
Were you guys
God fucking damn it, Lloyd.
Hillbilly Bays.
He begins to stick a bony, long, clawed hand forward over the altar, the tail flicking in anticipation, and he holds it for a handshake.
Oh my god, I'm gonna message you real quick.
Understand the bargain. If you cross me, I will ruin you. You will be nothing but an imbecile walking the land as nothing.
So Zach,
Yeah.
in your mind, a burning image of a contract begins to form. In this, it states that he will grant you his power. In return, he has the option to choose 3 actions at any point in time to absolutely control you. There is no saving throw for these actions. He can decide what he wants to do with them. 3. However, he also has a burning goal. He will not hurt anyone who is a part of your current party. This includes Jeffrey, just in the future. He will not hurt anyone that you consider your party. He will not do any action that could possibly, that he knows to hurt you. If he hurts you, he will be banished and imprisoned into a hole in hell that he can never escape from. So,
Do we have a deal?
I shake his hand. That's actually a way safer deal than I thought it was going to be.
So, part of the deal. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention this little caveat. You gain a -1 to your wisdom, not a total -1, but you lose 1 point of wisdom.
Okay, so right now my wisdom is a 15. Do I go? So do I take my modifier or my stat?
Yeah. So your modifier, if it was like a +1, then you're just at 0 now.
Okay, because right now it's a +2, so I have +1 of wisdom now.
Okay. Ishlan grants you this. If you are not wearing, so I'll work this out and tweak it. What is studded leather armor's modifier?
12 plus your dex, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you gain 12 plus your dex. You now permanently, without wearing armor, have the a 13 plus your dex modifier, but you cannot wear other armor on top of it. Okay.
Okay.
You also now gain resistance, not invulnerability, to so let's see. You are immune to being poisoned. You have resistance to poison damage, so poison damage is half. Fire damage is halved. And once a day, you can increase your AC by 2 and gain multi-attack for a +6 plus your strength modifier. And you can spider climb walls. Once a day.
So is it...
You transform into like a form of Ishran or Ishlan.
Okay.
However,
Does it...
you take twice the radiant damage now at all times.
Okay. So I have a demon-like form. You said there were poison and fire resistance. Is that permanent too, or is that?
Yes, that is permanent.
Okay.
You will even outside of your regular form. However, your other form gets you the +2 AC when you're in that form for an hour, and it gives you spider climbing. So you can climb up walls and ceilings unabated.
All right, and you said there was some with a bonus of strength in that form too.
Let me see what there is a strength bonus to it. Let me see what his stats are. I need to pull that up. Oh fuck. Fuck. I should have pulled this up earlier. Okay. In that form, so you gain his claw attack. So his claw attack is a multi-attack. You gain 2 strikes with claw attack, but you can't use Eldritch Blast. So you can use. I decided to use claw attack or Eldritch Blast, and it is a D8 plus your strength modifier. What's your strength modifier right now?
+1.
+1. It becomes a +2 in this form. So 2d8. So essentially a d8, and then plus your strength modifier, and you get multi-attack as if you're in this form.
Okay, so I get multi-attack. Would that count? Would that allow me to cast Eldritch Blast twice?
You can cast Eldritch Blast and Claw once in this form. Or you can catch Eldritch Blast twice, I guess. I guess that... Nah, we'll say it's Claw or it's Eldritch Blast. You can't do both. because you're only proficient in the melee thing if you're in his form.
How long does this form last?
1 hour.
Okay. And you said the claw attack. The claw attack is a multi attack, but you said I can do either the claw or Eldritch
So you can
Blast
do.
on it.
We'll go over the details later, but for now, you do 1 claw attack or one Eldritch Blast, or you can do 2 claw attacks. You cannot do 2 Eldritch Blasts unless your class specifies it can do that. Right?
That's fair. Yep.
This is only in his form, though. So once a day for 1 hour, you can do that. And you can spider climb walls in this form, and your AC goes up by 2. Your permanent AC outside of this form is the same as studded leather armor, but you cannot wear other armor on top of that.
Okay, so it's the same. It's the same as studded leather, but you said it was a 13 plus dex, and so the studded is 12 plus dex. So it should be...
yeah, sorry, it's +1. Yep, so it's 13 plus dex.
Okay, so it's the same as mage armor, basically.
Yep. Okay.
Got it.
Okay, resistances? Okay.
So they've made their deal?
We have a deal.
Hold on, before you leave, fella, I got a deal to make with you as well. But this is going to be on my end. Now,
His sunken yellow eyes sink onto you.
What can I do for you, Lyric?
not quite something you can do for me, but
His
we
claws
need...
begin to dig in even deeper, and he crushes the thing below him, and he's like leaning in on you, standing above you.
Hobo Base uses glamour weave to look just like him, and then continues to talk. So, we need some kind of proof that we came down here and solved the whispering problem. Can we get some kind of sample from you to take back to the Slayers to say we just took care of the problem? Because I'm trying to get paid here.
I like you. You're smart.
Yeah, so if you have something, maybe a shed skin that you had, or a tooth that fell out earlier, something like that.
I am much more powerful than I think anything you had found out here.
Michael, can you answer the message I sent you?
Roll a persuasion.
Roll persuasion and see if you got your message.
Zach. No, Zach, roll a persuasion. no, Zach. Spring. Not. Hillbilly Base, roll a persuasion.
Oh, easy. 18.
Okay, so that is fine. That passes. And so you begin to see him kind of like turn a couple of times, like he's looking after his tail, and he kind of goes to the back, and he pulls out a stone. And this stone is, and then he seems to do like this magic to it. It starts to glow, and it starts to change shape.
Huh.
And the stone, he just kind of hands it over to you and says,
This should do. This resembles something beyond the veil. Something I've clashed with many times. A
Wonders.
mind flayer. Something that induces madness, as I have. Take it. Take it.
Alright. Don't have to tell me twice.
so,
So I get an object that proves that we killed something.
exactly. Yep. So you gain an object that proves that you killed something. It is what can be considered a mind flayer stone, something that they use in order to project their quote-unquote thoughts. It is a fake mind flayer stone, but no one's really going to question you two ways about it if they look at it.
Okay.
You guys, so now have contracted Ishlan. Zach, you have your abilities that do this, and you seem to see the runes of the little church that he has been locked in seem to fade away. A bunch of the gargoyle statues seem to ignite, light on fire, and disappear. And he seems to watch them, and he fades, and he shrinks into your shadow and turns into a much more miniature version of himself. And claws, it begins to form as a little sort of cat with scales almost on it, and sits on your like backpack.
Lloyd,
I will always follow you.
Lloyd, what the hell did you just do?
That's a strange looking parrot.
I made a friend.
Yes.
Hey, since we're in this weird room, any cool artifacts we can take a look at?
Hold on.
I'm assuming
You guys
he would
go
know.
ahead.
I mean, I'm guessing you've been in here a while, so.
Too long.
Not long enough, it seems like.
He snaps his head to you. His tail flicks a little bit.
Yeah, I can take my tail too, bitch.
Contact. But still mind your tone. Young Dragonborn.
I've heard about you before.
I doubt it.
So, Ishlon kind of points you to a. So he grows back into his form. He stretches out. He seems to like shed his skin a little bit, and then it comes off of like the area of his tail, and he takes. It's almost like it works like a. The barbed end of his tail is like a half axe, half spear type deal. It is only a material. It is not a weapon.
Is that
This is all I can provide you.
so? There's no
You may
like.
take this.
Okay.
Wait, half spear, half what?
It's like his tail is this half spear, half like halberd type deal, where it's like there's an axe end and a spear end in the shed skin. But it is if anyone wants to roll an Arcana check, you can kind of tell what.
Blue Arcana. Let's go.
Natural 20.
Shit. Anyone else?
I'm rolling.
9.
Drop my die. Yeah, I also got a 9.
Okay, if you affix, so Azir can kind of tell because he's been freaking out with some of the weird old ladies who sell monster parts. He could tell that he could affix this to a weapon, and he could make it 1, do magical damage, and 2, do 1d6 of poison damage if it was attached to it. But the spear does not work with the holy enchantment that is on the city. There's no holy enchantment in the city anyway. But
Wait, he gave Hillbase a spear?
no, it's just a skin for this. It's just a skin
Oh.
for his tail.
So
You
like
could find somebody. You could find somebody to apply this to your spear.
Oh, okay. I shall take it.
Awesome. Okay. I mean, I guess you have to. Yeah.
Spear.
Any other lutations?
I was thinking that his like
if you
a
roll
spike on his-
investigation, there's something.
Yeah. I was thinking like a spike on his tail would become a spear.
Anyone have investigation rolls?
13.
13.
Let's see. Investigation is a intelligence roll, right? I have a
Okay.
15.
I have to roll that.
Okay.
14.
Okay. And Lazar.
6.
6. Okay. So you guys are able to. Everyone but Blazahar seems to be able to find these little scrolls around. Each of these scrolls are worth about 20 gold. Right. They are little just holy relic items that seem to be used in the sealing process. You guys can divide these up, but there are 5 of them.
So they're just worth gold.
Yep.
Okay. No other use.
Pretty much.
So are we concluding the session soon?
Was he?
Huh?
So yeah, you guys managed to find these little scrolls. You can add them into your inventories. Each of you guys get 1. I will let you all roll a luck check, and the person with the highest one will take the second one. We'll take the leftover one.
Okay, we'll check. Got a 13.
Are there any modifiers for luck?
I don't think so.
No. I
I'm
just
not
got
very
14.
lucky. I rolled a 2.
I got a 19, but it hit the side, so I'm gonna reroll.
Okay.
That's an 18.
Sorry, not Hilbel. Blazar?
I rolled a 14.
14? Okay,
Yeah.
so Hillbill Bays gets to claim the secondary scroll, so you have another scroll that gives you another 20.
I'll just call them scrolls of money.
Yeah, they're just worth 20 gold apiece. So, all right, everybody. I appreciate you all tuning in to Goons Do D&D. We're
Like,
still working
comment,
out some of the kinks of everything. Shut up. We're still working out some of the little kinks of here, but we are expecting to record another one this week, so be prepared. Hopefully, we're gonna have Jeffrey in on this one. I know he hasn't been as prevalent in the campaigns recently, but we're hoping to see him very soon.
His racism
And he's
still
definitely
echoes through
gonna
the campaign.
he's definitely gonna have a surprise on the new addition to the party. So take a look at all the other episodes if you guys haven't, if you guys are just joining in, but otherwise we hope to see you next time.
You move like a jaguar. Oh.